enough of that. Everybody wanted to start, but this thing too. Welcome to Remy's Place.
Whoa.
Conversation already kind
You
of
didn't even get a Remy
there.
song? I mean, a Louis song? Come
Man.
on. You can't do my boy Louis like that.
All right,
Cutting us
all
off
right.
short.
Oh.
Making your way into LCS takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries, watching YouTube a lot. Saturday at Remy's Place. Sometimes you wanna go hang out and banter at Remy's Place. Come in and jump on lives today. You wanna be where you can see our grails are all the same. You wanna banter at Remy's Place. You wanna go where people know we don't all collect the same. You wanna go hang out at Remy's Place.
What's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. And welcome to my studio. It's Remy's Place. I just kicked everybody out. We're gonna bring them all back in. What is up? Hello,
What's
hello,
happening?
hello. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Now, everybody out there, go sub Louis.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And nominate him for an award. Damn it.
Any award.
Surely that's what the comedy category's for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Facts.
It's for Louis to win.
Mm-hmm.
Has to
Best
be.
human being. He's got a great channel. He's criminally underrated.
Biggest. fan.
I would like to nominate him for best formerly redheaded Rican.
Formerly married, formerly redheaded,
Divorce
cosplaying, Spider-Man
Hey,
fan.
you know what you can
who
nominate him
makes,
for? Best community artist.
Yeah, he's so cool.
parodies.
I'm gonna have
of
to pull names out of the hat for that one. I feel like
Yeah.
'Cause
Low-key jealous
it's,
of his creativity.
it's way
We'll
too
create
hard
the
on that
Weird Al
category.
song. The
It's
Weird
my
Al
first time on a
award
live
just for
stream
him.
with DVH down over
Yeah.
here.
Hey, my guy.
What's going
How
on,
goes it?
brother? You're looking dapper.
It's really weird to put this on by myself, I'll be honest. Like the cape is usually a two-person job.
Nice.
Well, I admire your dedication to the shtick.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Push stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who he is. He goes
Yeah,
to work with that. He sleeps in that.
This is all the
That's
time.
That's him.
Just,
All the way.
just
man.
without the
Let's
cape.
go.
It's an
Yeah,
honor
okay.
to have a Mal on the channel. Thank you.
Given I have seen you tell Badger, do you want me to go out like this?
Yeah.
Rob Fat Stacks. I got a book today that I think you'll approve of.
Oh, yeah? What Spider-Man book is it?
It's not Spider-Man.
What bubble helmet is it?
I was going to say that's why she asked you.
Catwoman.
Oh.
Frank Joe.
Yeah, I
Look
like
at the
Frank Joe.
kitties. Look at the kitties. Sorry, I like.
We should
I
guess
like
the year of that book. Because she's still rocking the purple there, right?
No, it's a retro.
Yeah, so
Oh,
this
okay.
is a retro, but it is a 1970s hollowback to the
Okay.
70s.
Nice.
Adam,
Hey,
what
dude.
did you just show there, brother?
So I got my kind of fire stack sitting right here for Spine Tick
Oh,
show,
That's
but
cool, man.
hip hop.
Is that the Mayhew?
And you
Like,
don't
Mayhew.
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
The Mayhew signing coming up, too.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tony over at Comiverse. He sent me some Miles covers.
That's cool, man.
Tony's good people.
I like
Mhm.
Miles.
I think Tony joined Rob's channel today. Come on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
Well, we do have. I know, hey, Chris, you're off the hook for next week. We have a backup in
Oh.
case Lethal Protector doesn't.
Well, then I guess I'll move my slabs that I prepped all 30 of them.
Look, I got my Lethal Protector right there. So yeah, I don't even remember his name, but the last week's show, that was my favorite one yet. So
Oh,
I loved it, dude.
There's a gentleman goes by the name Lethal Protector Comics.
Nice.
He's scheduled for next Saturday, but he has not responded to 3 weeks worth of pings confirming that he's still available because I booked him months ago, right? And but Shop pinged me and said that he'd love to come on as an emergency backup if we need him. And we've never had Shop on, so I'd love to have
that's
Shop
cool.
on.
Just kick the other guy and get shop on. He's amazing.
You had your
That's-
chance, you bum.
That's one of my goals is to be on Only Slabs, and it's like one of my main goals in YouTube. I don't even care about like what
You know how much it excites Chris and I to actually hear people genuinely
I am.
want. No, I know it's not, and it's not just
Mhm.
you. There
Yeah.
are several people I know genuinely. That's like that's their like YouTube goal is to come, and that's like so bizarre to me, but so fucking fulfilling to know that together we've built something that people actually look forward to, that they want to be on, that they it's not just I'm going to watch this because my buddy's doing it.
It's my
Oh.
branch into slabs because I'm not a big slab guy, but every time I see more and more and more, it's like each week or each month now I'm picking up a slab here, a slab there. and
We're like
so it's
drug
like-
dealers, really. We just show
Kind
you,
of.
yeah,
Facts.
we lay out the cocaine, the heroin,
open up the trench
crack,
coat.
doing all this stuff right there. We're just telling you, look, this is
Where you
available
push
to
it,
you.
baby.
I mean,
And we're showing you some of it's out
I
of reach.
love-
some of it's
I
right
love
there.
the slabs, but I love the show as well.
The stories
Like,
behind the slabs.
It's appointment TV for me to the point where I told Pete, like, I won't come onto your show until after Only Slabs because I want to watch it. Like,
Facts.
Which
like,
was
I don't-
great to hear him say that he's pushing the show back now.
yeah.
to-
I mean, I've been saying that for ages to him. Like, let's just do it further back. It's fine.
Not something I care about.
It's very kind. Thank you.
No, but I did watch it.
Thank
I
you.
watched Cole. It wasn't Cole.
You were there for Cole,
was
I know,
Cole.
not for us.
Yeah.
But that's
It was
fine.
Cole,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. You're
Oh,
there
just
nonetheless.
hush. I'm trying to be nice, God damn it.
And I'm trying to be self-deprecating.
Deprecating.
Deprecating, whatever.
Self-deprivation's a diet. I'm just kidding.
Well, I could go on that, but I'm not succeeding in that one.
That
Y'all,
would
I got a
ruin your
gold handle.
whole name. What?
Oh, fat stacks.
But yeah, we're booked right through to 100, and
Matter of fact,
Nice.
Just
Yep,
before I
nice.
hopped on, I just had some of that Galaxy chocolate
Oh, nice.
caramel. Yeah. It's not the I don't care for it as much as I like the Cadbury.
No, fair enough.
It's a higher caramel to chocolate ratio.
It's one of those things where, like, growing up, you were either sort of a Cadbury's caramel or a Galaxy caramel type. So I thought I'd send both. And
No. I mean, don't
You
get me
know.
wrong. It's not like I don't like it. Oh my god. It's
oh
still
no,
great.
I mean, yeah.
The chocolate.
But
The
the
chocolate.
whole
it's-
point of the box
Yeah.
is there's some stuff that
Right,
really
exactly.
you probably
The
won't
chocolate-
like. I mean,
The chocolate's a little more refined, but it's a lot. It's the caramel to chocolate ratio is what it's about to me. So it's with Cadbury
What kind
with
of
their
ratio do you
caramel,
like?
the
Oh,
caramel
yeah,
is
that's awesome.
a smaller ratio to chocolate versus that.
So
Galaxy
what
has
about
more
like a
caramel.
2-1 chocolate to caramel?
I don't know the exact ratio. I
Got to
just
be
know.
more
just like when it
caramel
comes-
than chocolate.
It's
That's
just
twice
like
as
when it
much
comes to
chocolate as
Reese's
caramel.
cups, you know.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
it's
DJ.
the egg, this Easter
Is
egg.
the perfect
Reese's cup-
ratio.
Right, it's the best.
the
Nobody argues
perfect
that it
ratio.
is the best. And then close behind it is the Halloween pumpkin, the Christmas tree, and then
Yeah.
the mini cups,
Yeah.
and then the regular cups, and
No,
then
but
the
the
micro
egg
cups.
is the
I didn't
perfect
even know
ratio.
they made just the milk chocolate ones. That was new to me. Like,
What?
or just the actual like cream milk ones or whatever.
The dairy milk on the
Yeah, the dairy
Cadbury.
milk. Yeah, I've never seen those.
That's because in the U.S., Cadbury only recently started to become a thing around
Who's
here,
kidding?
and it's not as good.
Yeah,
We have-
just keep flashing stuff periodically,
We have,
randomly.
like Hershey's, which is straight chocolate, compared to what the Brits have. They have really good fucking chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Banger.
that's
wait, how do
really
I?
cool.
There we
What's the corner box say, Chris?
go. This guy. So I'm gonna let you have this freebie. If you do my thing, you're gonna get my lawyer. Full page ad for Lois Lane #1.
Thank you, sir.
And if that was your audition for co-hosting, if I'm not
No,
available, you did well.
No, sir.
Like the way he's hanging onto that bat pole.
That was, by the way, an AOK from the community member and all around beautiful man, Remy Q.
Nice. Hey, Remy got the king of AOKs recently. I
that
was
was-
choked
my
the
goodness.
F up
I
on
got
that.
choked up watching Remy get
What
I
was
love
his
that
king of
video.
AOKs? Talk to me.
The Thor.
It was.
You gotta see it. You gotta watch it. We'll drop the link in chat. You can watch it right now.
Just show me the book.
Be like Taylor. Tune in at
You're doing
8:30 to
quite
find
well,
out.
Adam. You're doing quite well.
No, bro,
Where's
I'm
my
I'm
bag
on
for
I'm
me?
on
Get
one.
on
I was
here.
sick
I don't
last
have
night.
it
I
yet.
was throwing up and stuff. I got a dad nap in today after work, so I'm ready to rock.
Dude, I got a
Nice.
3-hour nap in today. I was feeling so
Ooh.
good.
Nice.
Oh wow, nice.
I was there when that book was.
Is
Drawn.
that you?
I was the inspiration for the people that were watching this fight happen.
Got this today. I picked this one up.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh yes, Valkyrie in her Defenders days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then I also picked this up today.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
sub 30 Avenger.
You're always
Very nice.
snagging them classic books.
They got bubble
daily.
helmets.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like they're underwater bubble helmets.
We can
And,
breathe.
and it's a Kirby cover, Rob. Like,
It's
come on.
funny to me that they like it looks like the Namor, the Atlanteans are sinking, but why would they be sinking? They're
Right.
fucking
Fish.
this, y'all, I got this today.
Oh, wow.
Somebody
The
colored
Ghost
in the
Rider.
G.
Man, I
Look.
seen that.
If you got so this is how much do you think they had this? How much would you guys have paid for this?
With
$0.
the colored in G.
$35.
20 to $30 with the colored in G.
It's $29.99.
Nice.
Nice.
Dick Ayers. So, but a Ghost Rider sorry, $30.
Nice.
Why would they color it in red with the red background though? That's what I
Right.
want to know.
Whatever little
It's what
fuck face
crayon
like
he
that.
had.
Some kid.
I mean,
Brave and the Bold, Supergirl, and
Oh.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman with the sandals.
yeah, that's awesome.
There's Remy.
Who's that guy?
Purple guy.
That
Two
was me.
super
That was
chicks.
me on Thursday.
On a new chick.
Wow.
Supergirl, a Paris model, Wonder Woman, the toast of the jet set.
Looks like he's looking up her skirt. They need to redo that one. Man. Look at that creeper down there. Oh,
Green sweater. Like, come on, man.
yeah.
Green and purple.
And this
don't
one
go
I got in the
together.
mail today. Ordered this baby found this off of eBay for $9.99. One of my favorite Neil Adams covers.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Oh yes.
It's like a Western,
Is he trying to
But
make that
like-
dead horse drink water?
a fucking rocket ship in
Yeah.
the background.
Cowboys versus aliens. Seen
They're
it.
going to put on bubble helmets.
That scene right there was the inspiration for Empire Strikes Back when Han cuts open the tauntaun to keep Luke warm.
Here, I thought
It's
he
a
was, try-
tauntaun.
he's trying to lead the horse to water, but it was dead.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's not-
this
let's not
came in
beat
the
that
mail
dead horse.
too. 1971. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
They're all in
Bernie
Mylar too. They look clean.
I know. Bernie Wrightson, baby.
Legend.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. That's
All right.
nice.
And that's all I got to show.
Nice haul.
You know what came?
That's
What came in the mail this week?
What? Diddle-diddle-diddle. I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah,
Who's
yeah. That was a
Mysterio? Who's Spider-Man?
tune in on
Look
my
as happy
his
as a
ass
little
mail
kid.
haul for that banger.
Look at you. You're really happy. You're a
Oh,
giddy
I
little
would be
dude.
too.
Yeah.
You're a giddy little dude. No, that's
And
great.
Chris knows what came in today. If he looks at it, if he looked at his IG since we started.
Oh.
What did it come in your mouth? Mm.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Is it past 10 yet? Sorry.
I didn't know that Lady F and I were going at it.
Wow.
Here
I
on
came, I
the
saw, I
material
sat on your
plane.
face.
Oh,
There'll be collateral damage in this crap.
All I do is embarrass people. Night, you cock slamming fools.
Wow,
I
Rob.
love that I have clips of both of you.
Proper job, huh? Yeah, no.
Venom. Who is that?
My guy, Donnie Cates.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know
Shout out
what?
to Marcus.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I got this was today too. Shout out to 23 Monk.
Oh, that's sick, bro.
And
That's
3 Good
really cool.
Nerds. 3 Good Nerds actually bought
Yeah.
this from 23 Monk. 23 Monk's doing a bunch of drawings. It's Yavi Gunslinger's human form, but he's doing a bunch of drawings and stuff as like a little fundraiser for, I forget what the cause is, but something to do with his daughter. So he's selling a bunch of his drawings. So 3 Good Nerds bought 3 of them and sent me, Trev, and I forget who else won.
Cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask you guys, all of you guys as collectors, though. Do any of you all have any double cover books?
I don't. I don't. No.
I've always
think
wanted
so.
one.
At Stacks?
Yes.
Double
Yeah.
cover?
Yeah.
What about?
Do you have
Do you
any
own
double-
one?
Double cover?
No, I do not.
Surprise.
So
How many on this panel own a Whitman? Sorry, not a Whitman.
Sure.
A Mark Jewelers.
I can answer that
Yeah.
right now.
I do.
That's okay. You guys,
I don't.
all of you, everybody
Yeah.
here has
I
a Mark
don't.
Jewelers.
I don't. I'm looking for a Spawn
Yeah.
one.
I have Mark Jewelers that are complete and incomplete. Because I opened them up and somebody ordered something. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's a
Glad you got that ring
Ring.
back in 1987.
All right, Durs.
Let me see.
I'm
Tickle
going
my
to.
fancy.
You have to send me your address,
Okay.
and I am going to send this to you.
Okay. I don't even want to see it.
Yeah, no, you get to see it now, anyways. Or you can turn off your camera and look away.
No, if you're gonna show it, I'll sit right here.
So I don't remember which numbers these are off the top of my head, but so we'll get you.
That is
Listen to him.
fire.
Oh, that's like Jim Lee homage.
Fire.
Miss Kitty.
Fire. Banger. After banger.
I'm
After
noticing a
banger.
Kirkman theme here.
After banger. After
for eyeballs.
banger. I didn't
Oh
have my
my.
mop
I
and
saw that
bucket.
guy.
That one's a banger.
Calm down, Marcus. You're probably
So I know
triggering
this is
Marcus's
26 and
90s.
27
Damn.
because I labeled those ones,
Nice.
but I failed to
Nice.
label the others. I think that these are like
Gives me goosebumps. Like
that's
stuff like
30 and something.
that's the stuff that you get excited about your old ASMs. That's what gets my
So-
mop and bucket ready.
Right. So I have. So I had well, obviously I have variants of all of these. I have the color variants and the virgin variants and the trade variants,
Mhm.
and most of
Weren't they from
for all-
mystery boxes?
For all of these, like the colored ones, I have them like double or triple signed slab books.
Steve
But
Bizzle.
Nasty.
These came like
He knows what's up.
Steve Bizzle left jism all over
yeah.
your screen.
I got these
Mm-hmm.
6 of these came as a set
Nasty.
in a that Spider-Man booth Supreme or whatever it was superior box, and then these other ones I had from other things I got, but they're like too many. I have too many Venom books, so
You can never have enough Venom books.
no, literally I do. Honestly, for especially for this series, there was just too many. So
Yeah.
there you go, you beautiful
Well,
homie.
well, you're an absolute legend, good sir.
You get
How
you
you
get
doing, TM?
those.
Thank you.
Travis.
Hello, Travis.
He loves Lord of the Rings.
Show,
And he's
show
on
us
mute.
what you got.
So do I.
Lord of the Rings is like my favorite thing ever. And,
Do you have a
I did
microphone
not
that
need
works?
to say that. Oh, my microphone's not working.
It's a little low. We can hear you. It's just low.
Oh.
It's hard to hear you. Yeah, it's just really low.
Just move your mouth and I'll tell everybody what you're
We'll
saying.
dub over. You.
Who's the greatest?
I'll do
I'm going to
the
come down
music
here
in
and
the
I'm going to
background.
suck some dick. And,
Somebody.
yeah, hold on a second because I'm going to stick my finger up my butt.
I do have something very interesting to talk about if you have like 2 minutes. Is anybody reading Dark Ride whatsoever or know this comic?
No.
I know it exists, but I haven't read it.
So basically, it's about a theme park that this dude wanted to create. He's always wanted to make like an amusement park, but he created it through a comic book, but it's a horror book, right? So go on a ride, it kills you whatsoever. I'm not really going to get into it now. Tune in tomorrow. I got some huge news from my LCS about my channel coming up tomorrow on my show. But basically, my LCS told me that the creator of this, dude, I don't even know the name. This is The Virgin. I'm so bad. I'm like 3 issues behind on this book, but the news popped me off. Yeah, Joshua Williamson. But basically, I don't know if you guys have you heard of like Cedar Point in Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio? Amusement park. So there's a couple big amusement parks, like it's called like Burberry Farms or something like that. There's a few huge amusement parks in the United States, and this isn't confirmed because they already have it locked with like 3 or 4 amusement parks. They're only waiting for one more to confirm. But basically, each amusement park is going to have like an exclusive cover for this. So like Cedar Point will have its own exclusive cover, and basically my LCS is going to have an exclusive interview and meeting with the creator of that, and he said that I can be there and be involved in that with my channel and everything. So that's not even the big news for my channel. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. But yeah, cool, that's it. Yeah, just random tidbit for anybody. Yeah, DJ's reading Dark Ride. He knows what's up.
Okay. All of you guys have slabs, right?
A couple. I have 7 now.
Okay, so raise your hand if you have a PGX slab. Just one?
No, I have more.
I've had them in the past, but I don't currently have. Oh no, I have one. I have one.
Just one person. Okay, so 2 people have a P. So raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have CBCS.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then raise your hand CGC.
Yeah. I have EGS as well. And Halo. Boom! Mic drop.
Is it one of those the Australian one? Is that Halo?
Halo's the Australian.
Yeah. CBCS and CGC.
Oh, I gotta grab my PGX.
What do you call E-Rod ones? Not E-Rod ones. It's the EGS. Sorry, shit.
Yeah, I have one of those. I have a.
You can customize those.
Yeah, it's a customized label, King Spawn.
That's nasty.
And which one is PGX? No, which one is the one associated with Beckett?
That's CBCS.
Yeah. CBCS? Okay.
Yeah, they're associated in is that they are owned by.
Right. But they're not really. I mean, this just pales in comparison in terms of the cash cow that Beckett and sports cards grading is.
Correct.
Like in terms of the
Facts.
money that they make. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We need to ask each other more of these questions because I just feel like.
I do have a question. Do you guys know about this book, The New Mutants, Dead Souls #1?
I know of
I
the
have
New
seen
Mutants.
it.
I've never heard of this book, but it was a random Instagram win. But it's autographed. It's got the authenticity thing. It's in here. It's behind the note, but it's signed.
Tax certificate of authenticity. The only.
Yeah, it's behind. It's behind all this. It's behind all this. But it's by Adam Gorham. I've never heard of him. Just a random thought, random Instagram win.
Cool, man. No PGX, CBCS is
oh
here.
Man,
hello,
Beckerman's here. I'm gone.
You sound better, Travis.
This is the only.
Well,
PGX
then I've
that
improved the
currently have.
channel already.
Oh.
It's Strike Force #1.
You dirty dog.
Is that a Michael Turner cover?
No.
No.
What is that in?
It's 1 in 500.
It's one of 500.
Yes, that's.
Oh,
what I mean.
PGX. Okay, I seen it at the back.
It's a important.
It's the same
What's up,
thing.
Joe?
Say 1 in 500
No,
is
it's
the
not.
same.
No, it's not.
1 in 100.
One of 500 means there's 500 copies printed.
In terms of math, it's the same exact thing.
It's not.
No, if you say it numbered 1 of 500 or number, but you have to preference with the number.
And when we're talking about comics, it's number 1 of 500, or it's 1 of 500 copies made. Versus when you go with the ratios, for every 500 of something being done, there's 1 that exists. So there could be only 5 if only 2,500 total copies were printed. Or there could be less because nobody ordered 500 copies.
Love his smile.
I think I'm the only guy that has it there. How about that?
I thought of you, Michael, this morning, watching Breakfast with Brian, and his giveaway was hashtag Rangers, and I decided to do what you do and just typed out, I have enough comics. Like,
Never compromise your principles.
as a Leafs fan, screw the Rangers. I don't need your comics that bad,
For
man. I'm
Becker,
good.
Would that be your I don't know hockey rivalries?
yeah,
is that your hated team?
No, that would be other Canadian teams, but the Rangers
That'd
aren't
probably be Montreal,
low on
wouldn't
the
it?
list, that's for sure.
How you doing, Mike?
I have a question for Beckerman.
Hi.
How many copies of Speedball #1 do you have?
I honestly don't know.
So does that mean more than one?
Yes,
Okay.
Does that mean more than 10?
probably not. Usually,
I'm disappointed in you.
My problem is that for so many years I used notebooks, and I would lose them, or forget one to take to a con, and
Yes,
there was a lot of like, kind of how the Darkhawk thing began, and the New Warriors thing was I had only intended on buying dual runs, but it turned out when I did an actual inventory, I almost had enough for a triple run. So I was like, well, let's see how many we can do.
Do you have Speedball 1 slabbed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think someone gave me one.
Mike,
Do you have?
is your highest graded ASM annual with his first appearance over your left shoulder there?
Yes, although I do have several raw copies.
How many copies of Night Thrasher #1 do you have?
Several, but I also have a page from it.
Oh,
Becker, I didn't know if you were aware of this, but that's why we put you up here, man. This is the hour. We wanted to make sure you got as much Speedball and New Warriors as possible.
Out of my
Taken
system.
care of.
And
Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think about this character? I don't know if he's got any traction or not, but this Nova character that they got here.
Yeah.
old Dickie Ryder.
Old Dick Rider. So, Chris, I'm sending you a photo because I was actually thinking about you when a few minutes ago I
Watch
got
out, it's a
sent
double
this
Polaroid,
photo.
Chris.
Something tells me this is going to be NFL related.
No,
Okay.
It's completely inappropriate.
Spider-Man related.
Oh, okay.
This
you
was
shooting
my
weapon out of
phone
your-
from 1984, and it stayed in my bedroom until high school. And when I left, my mom just put it in storage, and she pulled it out today.
That's awesome.
And I'm sending it to you right now.
On IG?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a message too, Beckerman.
I don't want one.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my camera off and I'll send you
Well,
one too. Hang
I
on.
like you, Durs. So that's fine.
We did of all the
Hold
things.
on.
We got a contest at my work that went on for the employees now, where the grand prize is somebody's going to win an all expense paid trip to see the Kansas City fucking Royals.
I got to answer his ass.
And get to throw out the first pitch and then sit down in the dugout.
Now, throwing out the first pitch is cool. I'm down for that.
Can I show this?
Yeah,
one?
but you have to go to Kansas.
Yeah, one more, Chris.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not.
wanna-
I'm 100% not going
How
there.
many issues are in Volume 1 of New Warriors? How many issues are in Volume 1 of New Warriors?
I don't get why it's facing that direction.
I don't either.
It's so socially
It
awkward.
had, it had the spider symbol on the center of it, but it peeled off sometime, like in junior
It's
high.
like, hold on, I got to answer the ass here.
But like
Remy, can you
that phone
go
is
back?
kind of legendary for me. Like first girl I ever talked to on a phone was, and that
Nice.
was the terrifying days where you had to call a landline and talk to somebody's dad.
Julie, come to the phone.
Is Susie there?
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Who is this? Oh wow.
But look,
Yes,
why is his ass
Why
facing
does
the...
it look like
He's
your photo of
he's
the
got that
stack is coming
thick,
out of his
thick
ass?
Spidey, dude.
Hey there, chimney.
Hold on,
I was expecting it to be one of those big old school cell phones with the antenna and everything that's like the size of my arm.
75
This
issues.
is like Steve Ditko created this phone and thought of Stan Lee at the
You know
same
what that
time.
reminds me of, TVH? All of a sudden, I'm having flashbacks to that Grimace today.
Yeah.
Grimace.
But yeah, I
What
saw
was
that. I was like,
Grimace?
I bet Vet would like to see.
wasn't really
this, like,
Grimace.
1984, man, and I still have it.
That was a good year.
Which year?
It came out. I looked it up. It came out in '84.
Didn't exist.
I came
was-
out in
I
84
was 10.
I was nothing.
out of my mom's
It was 5.
vagina.
Is that how
They
you
needed to
you were
make a
born?
phone call.
I swear that you were like, I don't know.
Hatched.
I'm not.
Yeah,
not
I'm
even
just
gonna go there.
I'm spawned in, bro. I had to create my character for a while, and then I
You just
spawned
said
myself in. Yep. Yeah, video game style. I created my character for like 3 days, and then I spawned in, bro.
Did you have to roll for initiative?
I did, and some categories I wish I could delete my character and make a new one at some with some things.
The dice were trying to kill you.
Hmm. You always got to take away some skills to gain in others.
Remy, talk to me about why you're so into Nerf. Is it because you got 2 boys? You're on mute.
Yes, that's why.
No, is that smirk means that you
and a
liked it
cool
way
wife.
before you ever
I
had
used to have a Nerf wall as a kid, like all my Nerf guns hanging on like
I
a
had
gun, like a
Yeah.
gun case almost.
That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
y'all
I was
remember Super
against it
Soakers?
originally, and then they were like, "Dad, we want to get into Nerf," and I was like, "All right."
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
Thanks, Ross.
I've seen like Etsy stores and shit where people customize the Nerf stuff. It's really cool.
Do any of the '80s kids remember the Nerf jousting?
Yes.
Swords?
and
You
I
knocked
still
on the
have
little
them at my
things?
mom's house.
And
Yeah,
Nerf
they had the
fencing.
little indicators to poke.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nerf fencing.
Do you guys
Yeah.
remember the thing where it was like a circle and Velcro and you threw a tennis ball?
Yep.
And it, like,
Oh,
yeah.
I can remember that as a '90s kid.
stupid. But it was
'90s,
great.
we had all the cool Nerf guns. You guys are too old. We had all the cool, dangerous. The
We
ones
didn't
that
have
were,
Nerf guns. We had
Can I
we
use
were
your
we,
lawn
we had the
darts?
ones that were like automatic and shooting like the
Y'all had
grenade
rubber band
Nerfs and
guns
everything.
and shit. Y'all
Yeah,
had
we had-
slingshots.
Yeah, we were violent. We were a violent
We
generation.
literally had
Durs,
shots Durs with fucking rocks.
I
There's
think they had
each
more
other.
dangerous weapons. I think they had real guns, and like their parents would just hand them a gun and be like, "Go play."
Mhm. No, that's like now. That's like
Get out
now
at 20 feet.
generation.
Yeah,
For my 14th birthday, I got an SA-80 rifle BB gun that looked exactly like the rifle that the SAS use. Like, I mean, exactly
You
like.
guys, you're
just
from the UK,
repurposed.
man. You
That's
guys
all
are
they
bred
did.
different. You guys are
I-
bred different.
I do got a question for you,
Change the
Doctor
barrel
Bunhead.
out and was like,
Yeah,
"Here."
I've heard a rumor that you have to you ID people to buy energy drinks. You have to be a certain age in the UK
Oh, yeah,
to buy
you,
energy.
you do, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
16.
Really?
That's cool.
Be
That's
16.
dope.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm down for
Cards
that.
over there, Putin.
But at
Yeah.
the
Come on,
same
man,
time,
what?
Me
Because
too.
Jim, at
school
the same
kids were
time,
going in,
every
grabbing
college
loads of them,
campus has a
getting
pub.
buzzed up before school, and then
I'm 33 and I
It's
won't
not
even
that-
drink
that shit
energy
has
drinks.
so much stuff in it. It's not good for the
Mhm.
somebody
No.
who's
Yeah.
under 16, man.
I have the
Not good
palate
for
of a
anyone,
12-year-old,
period.
and I won't even recommend energy drinks.
Well, I have people coming into the store all the time asking if we have Prime now, because Prime is the new big thing, and we don't have
Yeah.
Prime. And they're kids. They're maybe 7, 8 years old wanting these
Tell them to
Prime
drink
drinks.
water and to piss off.
So
What's Prime?
all I know
It's
is there's
Logan Paul's drink.
Probably
It's,
has,
I
like,
hate
bull
I
sperm
hate
in
to I hate to endorse it because it's Logan Paul's drink, but I have tried one and it was good. I can't knock it for being
Is that
was
what
good.
the guy was wearing at
Whiskey.
WrestleMania? That
Correct.
interfered in
Yeah.
his
Correct.
match?
yeah,
Correct.
same thing.
Mhm.
Joe,
Is
back
it-
me up on
Does
this.
anyone try?
Well,
What were you
I
saying,
was
Rob?
going to say, we're talking about energy drinks and 90s kids and 2000 kids. In the 80s, we just did cocaine.
We had Kool-Aid. Shit.
And whiskey.
We would boil it in
Well,
water
That was your speedball.
Yeah,
Facts.
Fucking cocaine and a Zima, baby.
That's right.
Boone's Farm and shit.
Or maybe and
Sell
for the
2
ladies,
bucks, draw
Bartles
drinks.
and James.
Bartles and James.
Flat on some Brute 33 and off you go.
My dog.
Whilst we're asking questions, if you go to a bar in the US, do you get ID'd no matter what?
It
No.
depends.
Most
It-
places will.
Okay,
It
so
really
I was
depends
just
on the
wondering.
place.
'Cause I
Some
was under the
places,
impression
some
that-
places have to enforce it in like it's more at the bar, like they're.
But like,
they're
if
gonna-
Rob went into a bar, they would ID him.
If it's
no.
just if it was
Right.
just like a sports bar or something,
Mhm.
probably not.
Yeah, it's
But if it's a
absolutely the
if it's a
formality of the
nightclub,
bar.
then they're checking everybody at the door.
See, I was gonna say at a sports club you're more likely to get ID'd because their like business is on the line. You're at a dinner or something.
I'm not likely to get ID'd anywhere.
Right. But like a nightclub is more looking for just like 16, 17-year-olds, you
Yeah,
know,
but
because they're
nightclubs,
just
what
Xing
happens is
people.
the bouncer at the door gets told check everybody's ID.
Mhm.
Period. And
Right.
because this is the analogy I use at work all the fucking time with people. I said, look, I understand that sometimes I'm a dick to you, but my job is to essentially be the bouncer at the door. I get told, don't let this happen. So when you try to ask, let that happen, I say no. Now, if you go to my boss and my boss says, hey, let him in, then great. Now it's not my fucking boss.
When I had to ID people when I was working at a smoke shop a few years back, you had to basically, if they looked over the age of 60, you didn't have to ID them. If they look under 60, you have to ID them every time.
I know in California, anyways, and this is the thing, DVH. It's going to vary state by state here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So within the state of California, I would say overwhelmingly you'll probably get ID'd anyways, because most significant retailers of anything or bars just tell their employees fucking ID everyone because it's safer
that's
to just
what I was
ID everyone than it is for them to trust the judgment of somebody sitting behind the bar and their business is on the line.
Over here, we've got a thing where I think it's over 26. Like it's their judgment, no matter what. So the legal age of drinking is 18. So like you can buy beer after 18, but up until 26, they have to ID you. I got ID'd when I was 32, and I look like this.
Huh? Yeah.
I was with my mum, who is, she's 75 now. So I had to get my mum to buy my beer because I didn't have any ID. I look like me. I mean, like,
I know, like the supermarket here, because here in California, you can buy alcohol, including hard alcohol, at the supermarket.
Yeah.
And if at the checkout, the supermarket here will scan your ID in order to show that they checked it. So regardless, that's the only place I go pretty much where I will get asked for my ID 100% of the time because their machine won't allow them to sell it unless you check it. Incidentally, if I go to the hardware store and buy a fucking can of spray paint, I'm going to get the fucking same thing because I checked the fucking
Huffers.
ID. Well, Huffers and the controlled graffiti. And shit.
Right. In Ohio, if somebody gets busted for like if you sell an underage like pack of cigarettes or anything and the business gets fined, the person who's on staff and sold it, they have to pay all the fines and everything, thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, that's how. Because that's on you. It's not on the business. The business trained you to do your job, and you are not properly doing your job.
What's the age for cigarettes? And
18.
21.
Oh, is it 21 in your state?
Yeah, yeah. It's 21 nationwide.
Yeah, they changed it to 21.
A few years ago. Yeah, it's 21.
No, I did not know that.
And there was
how long I quit smoking.
There was no grandfather. There's no grandfathering in.
Like around here, if you want to pick up alcohol, like usually you go down and you see Jethro and Bubba, and they'll have a couple jars.
A moonshining still in the back.
Yeah, they don't ask about age or anything.
Just drip it in a little jug and you're out.
Yeah,
they just say, "How's your daddy?" and them.
Yeah.
And then they speed off in their old timey pickup truck after all the cops are shooting at them with Tommy guns.
Because California, we're just going around the street and getting fucking stoned on pot, so it's all.
Yeah.
Well, here in Canada, like it's kind of like liquor stores where you guys are at. Like you go through the doors, and then there's one area they ID you before you can even go enter the store. So that's how I get my spoiler alert. My marijuana.
We're all just gonna sit here and pretend Rob didn't just say, and here in California they get stoned on pot.
I know. I loved it. It was so
Come on,
awkward.
somebody. You're all letting me down.
No, it was so like really old school. Like I inject marijuana.
You're not that old, Rob. I'm pretty sure we're really close
Marijuana
in age.
cigarettes.
Marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah.
Marijuana cigarettes.
Let's go down to the dispensary, man. The
All those
dispensaries down there, they got
reefer heads
fucking
out
pot
there.
sommeliers, brother.
Hey,
They
I
fucking
am,
I get it.
I
They
am,
could've
I'm
just
a
stopped
big,
at the word stoned, though.
I'm
You
a
didn't
big
need
advocate of
stoned
the
on
devil's
pot.
lettuce, bro.
Whatever. Dude, all I
At the
know
back roads
is we
getting
go down to this
stoned.
fucking sommeliers down there. They'll fucking ask you what kind of fucking high you want, what experience, what kind of, how do you want to ingest it. They'll ask
We
you
know.
20 fucking questions.
They
to
don't
get
have
down,
what I want anymore.
and then come down and go, all right, well, here,
I want
would
to turn into a puddle on my couch. Thank
No, no.
you.
I want
I want a
brown
craving
weed
for
that I have to
Twinkies and
work all
Oreos.
the
Old school.
in a parking lot at a movie theater.
Yep, I want to have a bunch of foil or a pop can and run it, bro.
Have you guys ever heard of poppers? Like they're disgusting.
the
Like
inhalants,
jalapeno poppers?
like the
I love
inhalants,
No, it's
right?
just like they have like this. They have like a little, like they have like a normal bong with a little down stem in it, and that
Water
and it
pipe.
has like you cut a cigarette, and you put like that much of a cigarette into it, and then you put the weed on top of it, and then you inhale it until it pops down.
Like you smoke the
How does-
cigarette with the THC.
No, well, you don't have the cigarette, but you get a little bit of the cigarette. I don't smoke anymore. I haven't smoked in 3 years, but like, I don't know what's going on here.
In case anybody forgot.
See, you'll get all the proper.
I realized
you'll-
we were getting into the realm of.
You'll get all the proper terms from me, man. Like water pipe, that B word is disgusting to me, bro.
No, like the poppers are disgusting, man, and like that's what kids are doing. Like even like people my age are doing it and stuff. I'm just like, you know what? I'll just smoke a joint. I'm fine with that. Like that's
You know, back in the 80s, we didn't have all this fancy marijuana. We just did meth.
the fuck.
Might as well
It's a
say
good
that.
thing that you did put up that parental advisory thing.
You're almost guaranteed that some dude with an Oldsmobile with a cook station in the trunk did you up right.
I live in Ohio.
did
There's a lot of meth
cocaine.
users where I live, so it's not just the 80s.
You guys smoke weed? We did meth.
We got the reefer.
All the cool kids, only the
You
real
did
kind of
not,
community
Joe. I've
does
seen you
meth.
smile. That's BS.
Joe's always smiling.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's because he's up to no
Joe
good.
Guy's
is
got way
half
too many
robot. I don't know if
chiclets
you're
for that,
aware of this.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Joe's like Dr. Manhattan. He's recreated his body so many times at this point. Like,
True story. One of my first jobs was as a referee at a paintball place or whatever, like paintball fields, and
Facts.
we had the I guess it was called speedball, where it was like actual like no like that.
It's not that speedball.
There were like
that. You
blow
got
up
'em all
things,
excited.
and then they also had woods, like our wood, but our woods property.
I know what you're talking
was
about.
12.
Are you talking about like
Like
paintballing?
arena with the blow
Yeah,
up
the paintball. So
Mhm.
our paintball property, we had woods, but we also had like speedball courses,
That's sick.
and it was maybe called something else, but whatever. But our land touched with the state, like the state park, Henry Horton State Park in Tennessee, and we would always have to like have our back courses shut down because they were always finding fucking like little meth stand-ups or whatever, like meth factories or whatever. So
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Labs.
anyways, yeah, meth labs.
They're out there breaking bad.
We just have those here in the next door.
I mean,
a couple
and
houses
there's-
down, actually. was
There's
meth lab.
stills around here too.
I just want
That's
to
Scotty.
quickly plug Scotty Vaughn. I know it's
Damn,
gonna.
Scotty hit a
I know it's
cow.
gonna.
He hit
I know
one
it's.
day.
I know it's gonna tax him a few subs, but I'm gonna plug him in Spine Ticks tonight. And if anybody's
Hell
in
yeah,
chat
Scotty.
isn't subbed up to Scotty, make sure you hit him up.
Cool.
So make that
He's
stick.
a good guy. He's a Tennessee dude.
Nice.
Anyways, don't do meth.
I'm making
They decided that they like you and they
That was weird.
Personally, I think all of you should start meth because then I can buy your comic
Yes,
for cheap.
Jean,
No, nobody should do meth.
Jean
I speak from
Mahler.
Hey,
experience.
Mike, you want an ASM1?
Yes, I
But
do.
I had
maybe try
I had an
hash.
Uber driver pick me up that I fucking swear was on the fucking tweaking and
Oh
fucking the
man,
whole
Yeah.
fucking drive. I was like, fucker.
dude, you
That
can
shit
tell. You'll
scared
see
the
them
hell
walking
out of
down the
me.
street, man. They're dancing down the sidewalk, bro.
I'm not tweaking. I got the fleas.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or
So I actually did a semester abroad in England at the University of Nottingham in college, and we went to Amsterdam for a few days, and it was awesome. And we went to a hookah bar, and at this hookah bar, they would basically put load anything you wanted to on in the little hookahs or whatever. But we happened to hear other people speaking English, and it was a bunch of Canadians, and we were just like, why are you guys here? Because we were there. I don't know, whatever. We were just excited to hear somebody speak English, and they were like, "We're here for the cup." They didn't say A, but and I was like, cup, they had a cannabis. There's a cannabis cup going on in Amsterdam at that time, like when we were there, and we were like, how much is it? And they were like, it's like €65 a day, and that's too much for us. We were like fucking college kids, and we were just like, oh, and we were like, that's kind of pricey, and they were like, all right, well, here's what you do. You need to go around. Yeah, we went to the red light district. It was fucking weird as hell.
That's sick.
It
That's
was weird
fucking
as hell.
dope.
But
Did
like,
you get
is
the
really
Canadians'
weird.
names?
Yeah.
Chris might know them.
there's like,
Window shopping.
FYI, there's like
The
a
fuck?
little side street from red light district where it's like the hermaphrodites and shit. It's weird as hell, and you can't take pictures. And one of the stupid motherfuckers I was with was taking pictures, and this bitch came out of her little, because it's proprietary. They own the rights to anything, like, so you can't like take pics without their consent. And came out and was like yelling at him and shit. And he was the one that was like, I'm Catholic and I don't do drugs because I believe in God, but he wanted to get a hooker. And I was like, all right, yeah, sure.
Hey, man, it's all love.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, like, no, these Canadians told us, they were like, this is what you need to do if you can't afford this. They were like, go around to all of the, coffee shops you want to, and you ask them if they have any entries on their menu. And we were like, what? And so, like, pot places, coffee shops will have a menu of the shit that they have. And like a lot of those places do have entries for the cannabis cup, and it's their best shit. They'll enter their best shit. And so we ended up doing that. We went around to like 4 or 5 different places getting entries, buying a few grams of everybody's entries or whatever, so their top strain. And we went back to our hostel, and our hostel had a pool table and a collection of CDs and the B words, the water pipes, and
There you go.
jammed. Yeah, and like there was a cat, and there was a couple from Belfast, Ireland there, and like they told us what it was like to live in like a crazy ass city like that. I don't want. Anyways, that's the stories. Don't do drugs.
Amsterdam's not as fun anymore. You can't just go there and burn down like you used to.
Yeah, I went. It was like in 2005, 2004.
That's kind of when it started slowing down because all the tourists were going over there and just blowing down, and
Acting
bringing
like
up
assholes.
Well, that and bringing back stuff like pounds and shit. So,
Not I.
Canada-
But it was
Canada
great. It's a
legalized,
beautiful
so
city.
fair.
It's such a beautiful city.
I do endorse for any YouTube lurkers out there. We do endorse consuming marijuana with a medical legal card. So I do endorse that.
I endorse visiting Europe and getting out of your bubble.
Yep.
I endorse
see your physician and buy a card and do it legally, and I 100% am for that.
I endorse you guys to all come to Canada.
I mean, it's cold, bro. I live in Ohio. It already is cold enough.
It's not all cold here.
You're high, more north than me. I'm sure it's cold. And I
mean,
hate
it was
it here.
Canadians that told me what was up when we went to Amsterdam. They knew what was what. They showed us good times.
What's up, Jim?
Yeah, I do agree. Canadians are pretty smart. Just look at that guy up there on the right hand side. Well, no, Rob's Canadian.
Yeah, the whole country's legalized. Yeah, and if you go to Montreal, like Montreal can make Amsterdam blush at these points.
Hey, Chris.
Live sex shows, freaking pot, like drinking, hockey. It's freaking madness, eh?
Chris, how does it feel now that you and I now have the same LCS?
It's yes. Congratulations, TM Nerdy joined the Retro Rocky pull list.
There's I got it. There's a strain of pot called Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It was from a. It was originally on Pineapple Express, I'm pretty sure, and then they adapted it. And then they adapted it into an actual strain.
I thought it was like literally because I'm pretty sure I was in college before Pineapple Express came out, but I can't remember.
So I am an encyclopedia when it comes to any of that, and at the end of the day, names don't mean a thing. You can take two strains, put them together, right, and name it whatever you want. Right.
Spaghetti.
Right. You just need to like know what you're going for, because I smoke heavy sativa. I don't go into indica, which is couch, and you got to look at terpenes, you got to look at THC level, you got to look at CBD level. Don't look at the names, look at like what's in it and what it's going to do for you.
I smoke for my anxiety and depression and my knee pain and like my IBS and to help me sleep. But then I also ingest dabs. Like I said, I have my
you get
medical
one
card.
thing. One thing.
What
do you use it for? You get one thing.
A water pipe all day. What do you mean? What am I using?
You were listing off a bunch of stuff that you use it for.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
saying.
Well, that's all. Like that, dude. Those are all the reasons why I use it.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
But then I do dabs and stuff for the pure THC and stuff like that.
How baked are you right now?
What do you do for dabs? Like, what do you use? Like, are you using shatter and then?
Be honest, are you guys making words up at this point?
No. No, I'm not.
You know, we do. I feel like I'm in a
drink goddamn whiskey and we fucking tell each other.
We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
See, I used to be, dude. I used to drink like 30 beers a day, bro. I like if I'm out to dinner or something, I'll have a mixed drink or some. Dude, I used to I've partied harder than most people have in their life in 2 or 3 years back in the day, bro. Like I partied.
Now, Chris, you don't have to.
Now I like
if you don't feel comfortable, but do you partake?
No.
No. Okay.
See, for me, that's totally.
Do anything else?
That's if somebody doesn't, that's totally cool as well. And see, for me, that's disgusting.
What's disgusting?
But I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, and now
Chris
I vape. So
said that he's open to all questions. This is the Ask Chris hour.
So
anything that you'd like to ask him.
All right, so
we'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
Anything? When was the last time you did butt stuff?
I'm videotaping this for scientific research. This shit'll be on the Discovery Channel.
What time is it?
it is the weekend, and I was going to say only on the weekends. So
30 minutes ago. All right, got it. Answered.
I got a question. I got like a serious question for Chris. Are we gonna hang out? Are we gonna hang out in August?
Fan Expo?
Oh yeah. Not even Fan Expo. Like Drax said, like I'm staying at Drax, by the way. Spoiler alert. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't know. I'm pretty doped up right now.
He's
like,
right in Toronto.
See, you can't call it dope anymore though, because that refers.
Oh
to
yeah, that's
terrible.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Call whatever I want.
Norin Rad. If he's a vet, he's a drinker. Not as much as I used to.
Joe Gene Mello. Is Gene Mello coming?
I think John is still hanging out.
John.
How fast I go my motorcycle? I actually have a very heavy foot when I drive. When I'm on my motorcycle, I actually only stick to the speed limit because cops in Ontario have big hard-ons from motorcycle riders, so I do not.
And I'm glad you're not going to kill yourself. Speed in your car, bro.
I
Speed in your
don't.
motorcycle.
So,
I don't.
There ain't no
last
re-
time you did butt stuff was when you were in Ontario when it was cheaper.
I live in
Oh,
Ontario.
The last time he did butt stuff,
Find
he
in
was on the
Ontario.
motorcycle.
I asked what
Please,
time is
always
it? Like,
strapped
I'll
to his
answer your
back.
question. Tell me what time
Hang
it
on, let me ask Snapchat AI what he has to say about last time I did butt stuff.
is. I'm literally looking at butt stuff right now, though.
Ask Chat GPT, when is the last time you did butt stuff?
No, seriously, Snapchat has an AI, and I asked it. I was like, "Give me some YouTube video comic recommendations." This dude sent a book of things and that I've never even thought about, and I was like, "Wow, those are amazing
Comics
video
explained.
ideas."
Yeah, I've been playing around with Google's Bard, and actually I've asked it. And
Thought you were going to say you've been playing around with butt stuff.
no, I've asked it a gamut of questions from like asking it to compare and contrast the various spider.
He's
phones
not.
to
He's not comfortable
detailed
answering
questions
that
about
question.
like American politics and what would take to make a third party viable or various. It comes up with some actually pretty damn well thought out, reasoned answers as well as telling you, well, this would all be great. Here's also the
It can be
reasons why.
self-butt. It can be.
They're not.
Guys all suck.
They're not. Oh, you can't see it. They're not comfortable.
You're all
answering.
jerks.
They're not comfortable.
Sarah Connor
at all.
did not bust her ass
Oh.
to stop the Terminators just so you guys could roll over.
No,
and
listen.
GPT
Never seen a
Listen
and
to
all
this.
these other
Chat,
AI.
listen to Chat GPT. I just seen this. So there was some chick, I forget where it was, but she, through Chat GPT, fell in love with it, started a whole
Right.
romance
Connor
for
died
weeks
for
and
our
weeks
sins.
and weeks and weeks, and ended up like trying to kill herself because Chat GPT broke up with her. It was like a full relationship type
That's
thing.
that was
like a
episode
Joaquin
of
Phoenix type of movie.
that was an episode of American Auto. There's a
or like Black Mirror or something.
There's a TV show called American Auto. It's a comedy,
hmm
and in it they had an AI that they got their British lawyer guy who didn't have a girlfriend or anything, talking to her, didn't set just to see if it could fool anybody, and he ends up he's interviewing her for a job, the AI for a job, and falls in love with her and has like this long distance relationship with the fucking chat AI.
I think that's why the Snapchat one, it just answers, "I'm not comfortable." If you try and like push the boundaries at all, it just stops you. So
Yeah, I tried asking Bard when the AI was going to take over the world, and it said that it couldn't. It came up with some bullshit answer. It was why it would never happen. I was like, oh yeah.
Bitch, we seen the Matrix.
that is a good idea. Hang on, let me ask this one.
When are the robot overlords going to take over the earth? Yeah. So
didn't they
question
try to
for
do that?
DBH.
They tried to like get an AI to see like try to take over the world. They tried to like get these other AIs to like start it, but like they weren't programmed to do it, so they stopped. Like that actually happened.
It didn't give me a bullshit answer. It basically said it would be our fault if it happened. Yeah, it says because AIs are programmed by humans, so if AIs took over the world, it would be our fault because we programmed them to do that.
And here's the thing: there is somebody stupid enough to do it.
Well, yeah, they'll release it and they'll be doing all
shit with the nuclear war,
Facebook shit
bro.
around people. So how entertaining are we over there in England to look at America and all of our shit, DBH?
God, we're a shit show.
Yeah, we suck.
We're a shit show.
Whatever. We're the most exciting country in the world.
DVH, man.
We're like a horrible.
DVH, just imagine what it's like to live right above them.
Sitcom or what do you call them? The fucking reality
you ever
show.
have to like stamp your foot?
Fucking
Or,
guns
like,
have more freedom than
Every so
bitches
often,
do.
we're stamping the foot like keep it down.
Well, you know the
There's a
phrase,
lot of
"It's a
lines
nice
tonight."
place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there."
Right.
That's sort of how I feel about it, but
But then
It
you
wasn't-
be very careful about where you visit.
It wasn't me, Gene.
yeah, but that's
it
the
was,
same as here. Like,
it was-
there's
it was
plenty
Travis.
of horrible places here.
Yeah, but no,
what?
but I don't think.
Yes, if
People
Gene
have this.
was
Nobody has
talking
this
to me.
stereotype that you can walk down the streets of England and get shot.
No, that's true. We had like one school shooting, and then
Don't
we
make me
banned all
bust out the
guns,
lightsaber
and then
again.
Nobody
See,
ever
they
worried
learn from
about
their
it again.
mistakes.
Don't go there, man.
Oh, I don't have the lightsaber.
So
I
Remy
have this.
was concerned about people talking about drugs on his channel.
Drugs.
Wait,
See,
are we
I
talking
didn't
about
want to have
America?
this discussion. I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr.
what is
Bonhu,
going on
I have
with
a
the
question
Gunners?
about your collection.
Yeah, man.
Ninja.
How big
Hmm?
is your collection?
Damn,
My
that's how
God.
that bad boy.
Steady on.
Get it ready.
Well, which one? We're talking about comics
Your
here.
comic, yeah.
Yeah. About 6 long boxes.
That's 6 times 300. That's
Yeah,
18.
not a huge amount. I stopped collecting actual physical comics for years and years.
So the ones
But
that you own,
I used to read a lot of trades, and then I went to digital after that. And now, since I started the channel, I started getting actual books back. Yeah.
the ones your collection, what's the age? Like, if the mean age, the mean era, what do you have the most of? Like in terms of
90s, I would think. Like that's when I actually started to physically collect. Yeah.
Mine possibly would be 90s and modern.
Yeah, it might be modern by this point actually, because I've bought a shit ton of books since I started this channel.
Bro,
I mean, like a crazy amount.
you ain't kidding.
I said 1800, Norin.
So, how many Transformers do you have, and how many of them are Optimus Prime?
Actually, not that many
of
are
them.
Optimus Prime. I sort of made a point of I've got the original, and I've got one of the moderner versions, and I've got the Lego one down there because my best mate gave me one. But yeah, not that many Optimus Prime.
Have you seen the voice activated one that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can walk through and
That's
transforms and walks around?
If I had crazy money, I'd get
It's
one.
dope,
but,
dude. It's
like,
dope. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
usually say about 125, 125 for a short box. 125 to 150. There you
For
go.
a short box
Yeah,
is
what
150.
Nick said.
I have 1, 2,
Depends
3,
right
4,
here.
5, 7 short boxes in like a 2-ish year
I
span.
have
Depends on
way too much.
how
It's
you,
embarrassing. I'm not even talking about
how
it.
you stack them, how many bags and boards, what thickness mylar or poly bags.
I'll show you how I stack them.
All those.
Do you do the half and half where it's like this, like sideways, and then
I alternate front to back.
okay.
Front to back, back to back.
I need to get some of those metal clippers. Is what I need. Those things that slide under your. They have like a clip because my board things don't stay. You know they. I don't like them.
From staying erect. And
Yes, 100%, 100%. Shout out Viagra, but they're like little. They're like
Blue
little
Chew.
slides. They're like metal backings that
There's a variety
clip onto
of
your
Yellow
thing. Yeah.
splash all weekend. Why waste your money on that?
I have
Yeah.
some different brands. Something
Extends or something like that.
I mean, the main thing that has cost me the most money is the slabs since I've started collecting slabs because they are not cheap.
And nobody's
Facts,
having
Norm.
them over there, so you have to. Everything's got to come overseas.
I don't understand the appeal of slabs. They just,
Right.
I like them raw, baby.
Here we
But
go.
I don't read physical books. Like that's.
Can we just
that's
debate
one thing I will
religion
say.
and which one's right?
All right, well,
Yeah,
there
let's
is
go
no
down
God.
religion and
Fuck
politics for
y'all.
sure.
I'm out.
I'm heavily involved with the Mormons.
Yeah, I'm feeling very charged about this right now.
Just stop.
Hammer time.
How you doing, Nick?
I wanted to see if I can go the whole stream just shaking my head. But I have come to do one of two things. Kick ass or chew bubblegum. So, anybody want some gum?
I'll take these.
Hit up Zach's collections. He's got
Oh,
like
that was
80.
perfect.
He's got gum from like the 80s. He can hook you up with.
Now it's quiet.
And it died.
Oh, you gotta
guess those tootsies.
Jennifer Garner.
All right, so I'm going to show you one celebrity tootsies. You're going to have to guess
B.
who
Arthur.
the celebrity is. I will give you 3 picks of the same celebrity's tootsies.
Estelle Getty.
Let's begin.
Alan Rue.
That's a big ass foot.
It's a Williams.
Who's the lady playing Ashoka again?
Serena or Venus?
Oh, that's a good guess.
I can't believe you did not. That's Rosario
that's a-
Dawson.
That's a big
Yeah, Rosario
foot.
Dawson. Thank you.
Rosario
that's
Dawson
her.
or Halle Berry.
I don't think their feet. I'm a Rosario Dawson simp, and I don't think she's got feet that like big.
Tyra.
She's got big feet.
Tyra Banks. Tyra Bizzle.
That's a good guess too.
Tyra
She's
Bizzle.
But Tyra
Thanks.
is not superhero related though.
I'm locking it in.
Oh.
with
Oh,
Rosario
it has to be superhero related. I didn't know that.
Historically, it's been superhero
Yeah,
related.
it's
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Berry-
Rosario Dawson.
Halle Berry. Then
Catwoman.
It's not Allison.
When I think of Halle Berry, I think of Storm.
We have a
That's just me.
RuPaul.
when I think of Halle Berry,
Halle Berry, Tyler,
I think Monster
Tyra
Ball.
Banks.
It's not Captain Marvel because this one has normal length toes.
Really? Because
I
feel
like
it's
this
still
one.
wrong.
They're like a
This
train
one's
wreck,
good.
Nick.
They do look like a
Fingers
train wreck, but I mean,
I think
they're all-
that's a big.
That's
That's a
like
big
worse than
foot.
Steven Tyler.
Oh, Zoe
Tyra.
Saldana. Nice.
Oh.
Is that Tyra?
If
Would
they
not
were
have guessed
green
that.
feet, you would have got
See,
it right away. But
That's what I
I'm
was
surprised we
Or blue.
didn't think of that, considering she's
Rosario.
going to be in the next
I don't know.
movie, like big
Yeah.
hit movie from Marvel.
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
because she's not green. You didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Who is
She's
it?
not.
Oh,
She's not
Gamizzle.
blue. She's
Yeah, or
not
a blue rock.
Guess those Tootsies.
I
We
Very
did
tell
good
them.
try,
Listen,
everybody.
somebody-
I appreciate you participating in the game. Guess those Tootsies.
what's the
YouTube's favorite game.
What's her name? What's the name of the chick?
Zoe.
Saldana.
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe
Yeah. Yeah, she's Gamora.
Saldana.
Saldana.
She's Gamora and then a character in Avatar because
No, she's only Gamora.
You know,
do it.
she's
There's no
she's
Avatar.
older
know
than me,
that Zoe
and she looks
Saldana-
way better.
She was also in Crossroads with Britney Spears.
And I also just want to say,
Free
tune
Britney.
in,
Hashtag free
Is she
Britney.
British?
I
tune
haven't
in
yet,
next Sunday.
but I've never seen that movie.
After our week's end, where we'll have Nick's Place, we'll be guessing Guess Those Nubs.
Right.
Nice.
All these amputees, huh?
Is it Romp?
Hey, if you put that on, legitimately, I'll put the makeup on and I'll come on again because I want to see that show.
I can't stay awake past Mark's show. It's too late.
All right. Pocan Joe,
What's
how
up?
big is your collection? Comic.
I have roughly 5,000 comics.
Got
About
it.
80% of it's golden age to silver age.
I'm gonna throw in right now that I'm gonna bounce out of here. It has been an absolute pleasure. I need to give my back a rest before I'm on the show at 11 at Spine Ticks because I'm an old man and I don't have a back. Yeah, I don't have a back to my chair, bro. I work at 10 a.m. I'm gonna be up till like 3 in the morning, man. It's gonna be a rough night.
We
So,
appreciate you joining, man. Thank you.
of course, man. You guys are legends. I love you guys. So have a
Say
beautiful
what's up
night,
to-
man.
Say what's up to
Cheers,
Sid
dude.
for me.
For sure. Have a great night, guys.
I do.
Couching and slouching. I'm close to probably where you are, couching and slouching. Well, all right, you guys. I want your numbers. I need to know your collection numbers.
8675309.
Hold on. Let's go from Nick's to Rob.
Suck my head now.
Nick's kicks. Your number. No, tell me the fucking number.
I don't have the number anymore.
Okay, Rob Fat
Oh,
Stacks.
no.
It's over 8,700.
Okay, Beckerman.
I don't have a number, but long boxes is 104.
104 long boxes.
He's been
For real, Mike?
He's been going for a long time. He's got a fucking off-site store shit, man.
I probably have 5 to 7,000. Doc Von Hoot, you're at 1,800 to 2,000. Comic
Take
Vet.
your word for that. Right.
You said you had 6 lungs boxes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maths has never been a strong point, and I just buy the books and put them in boxes.
That's why I just looked at my inventory real quick, and it said it was.
I'm also not organized.
Ah.
That's the other thing. Like, I don't have a database.
That's
so-
my biggest issue.
I gotta say between 4,000 and 5,000.
I got 10 long boxes and 15 short boxes, not including slabs. And I'm probably somewhere between 250 and 400 slabs.
Okay, that's a lot.
50 of them would be Spider-Man.
Pocan, you said, say it again. I'm sorry, Pocan Joe.
He said
Roughly about
5,000.
5,000 comics, yeah.
4,000. Okay. Remy.
I have 87 comic books.
Right beside you?
Very
At his right hand.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
80 of them of lovely
I
lady
know.
books.
Yeah, I've got stacks of stuff everywhere. I have no idea.
Okay. TM.
2,000 691.
And 2,690 are Calypso #1 with the jewel.
With the plastic jewel.
With the jewel.
Oh, I have been logging in. So in CLZ, I have logged 11,759.
Nice.
Impressive, Mike.
Diaper boxes. I know. You got to tell him in diaper boxes.
But circumstances is working on me. He's going to get me to shed some comics.
Why?
It would make both him and my wife happy.
But are
Yeah,
they? But is that important to you?
Yes, I try to keep Marcus happy.
Send me all your Starman.
Marcus, by the
You
way, his
can't handle
Instagram
it.
today was great. His Instagram was great. Trying to hide his recent he does those little vignettes where the dude is trying to hide his latest new comic book day haul from his wife.
Beetlejuice.
It's got to be Marcus's therapy because
Those things just get to me every time.
You ever notice, like every once in a while on a video when I'm talking about what I received, all of a sudden I get really quiet about how much I spent on something, or I hold up a piece of paper with it. It's because my wife doesn't watch my shit, but she's in fucking earshot.
Hey, Remy, can you highlight Marcus's last comment?
I'm just trying to help his friend be happy.
Is your friend named Jill?
Is that game on? Has that Laker game started?
Are her initials JB?
Correct.
How many copies of one book do we have the most of? I'd say 4 or 5.
Turok 1. No.
2.
For me,
I don't have a lot of
probably
doubles
Amazing
of
Spider-Man, or pardon me, Spider-Man 1. Todd
I have
McFarlane
4 or 5 copies of Fantastic Four 286.
This is going to surprise people. I have 6 issues of The Adventures of Superman 500.
Not very surprising.
I've got 25 copies of Black Panther 3 second print.
Still.
Are we talking about this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 26 because I have one slabbed.
So when I started buying comics again, I was very aware that I would never sell any of it if I only bought one copy. So I bought 2 of pretty much every comic that I've bought since I started, which is ridiculous. But like I because I'm a collector, and like all you have to do is look around this place. But like I've got Blu-rays out of my ass, like here. Like there's loads
That's a
of them.
weird place to put them.
Yeah, but there are so many of them, and some of them are rubbish. I mean, just awful.
They're rubbing the wrong way.
Just so terrible. But I can't get rid of them because I collect them. Like that's always been my mentality. So had to buy more than one of each comic.
How many
Hence
capes
why,
do you own?
Like that came today. I got 2 of them so that I could sell one of them and not feel bad. Is the gist of it?
But that's a great story, though.
Do a powerbomb?
Yeah, do a powerbomb.
That's the Spawn variant of do a powerbomb.
Yeah, that's amazing. I like that cover.
DBH,
I plan to get all of them. Like every variant I can get.
I know that you're a hardcore horror fan. Margot Kidder's early appearance, Black Christmas, is that top 50 horror movies for you?
Yeah, easy. Yeah, 100%.
What year did that come out in?
71?
7? I don't know. It's sort of just before Halloween. Whenever
It's before Superman for sure, because it's what put her on the map. But it's a Canadian film. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. It's same guy that directed.
It's
the Christmas Carol, was it? No, it's not Cronenberg. It's what's his name? That's going to really annoy me.
Lady F, the most copies of a single book issue or a single book I own is 14 copies.
He directed Black Christmas.
What do you do exactly?
Bob Clark.
That makes sense. Fat stacks. That's the most amazing thing that you have ever. Pocan
And I have
Joe.
every variant.
Pocan Joe is a sweetheart. Oh, look at him. He's got a poos too. Stroking his poos. Poosing his
Pocan Joe
Maximus.
is the best. Like that made my daughter so happy, mate. Like
Did she enjoy the necklace?
She loved it. Like, and she hadn't seen the video properly. She doesn't really pay attention. I mean, yeah, that does.
That story behind that too is just freaking fantastic.
Careful there. You're going to pierce your back.
I know. This is not going to end well, Remy. Where's Angel? Stop. Stop
So
this.
the only thing I don't understand is why did Pocan make you a coat tree? That should be great when you went to FedEx or UPS to ship it and they go, "What are you with it?" It's a coat tree.
That was great. I'll tell you what, I am more every time I walk into that UPS store now, they always ask, "What's this?" What's this? Like they all know me. I think I got 2 subscribers out of that store.
So Nick,
don't ask, so I don't have to tell you.
Which of your friends' hand is that modeled after?
No.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, as I know,
He doesn't
as
have
I've
any
always
friends. That's
known, yeah.
his.
As I've always known, I can't compare to you, Mike. It's not.
See, it's like Pocan Joe is right here helping me out.
The warm embrace.
Oh, dear.
Hey, Roscoe.
Wild man.
So satisfying.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing, bud?
I'm good. I'm good. How y'all
Okay,
doing?
guys. I got another question. What are some of your favorite books of your collection? So that means you don't have to pick one. You could just name some that are highlights that you really like. All right.
Of course.
So this is one of my favorite books.
Yeah,
I just
that one's
recently-
one of my favorites too.
No, it's lovely artwork.
Is it the
and
shade of red in the background?
It's actually
that
how
you
the
like?
jewels shine
Right.
on the necklace that
Big
really
old
your
bitties,
ring.
that's what it is. It's the
attracted
big old
me to
bitties.
this.
It's
Sorry, I
It's
think
her
you're
stocking.
going to show something, Nick.
Stunning.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna grab
That's a
one of mine.
classic.
All right.
I got this one. Anyone want to check out this one?
What is it?
Young brides.
That looks a little
I
aggressive.
thought it
there.
said birds at first.
Mail order bride.
The
gotta
most
find
sinister
that
comic
now.
I've ever seen. Brilliant.
It's the object.
Australian
Oh, man, I
rancher.
can't find that.
Matrimony.
You know, I'm glad we're talking about this subject. I just want to remind everybody how much I love the United States government, the FBI, and really just the sense of freedom I feel at all times.
At all times, especially around electronic devices.
Yeah, you know,
The Patriot Act was great for everybody.
So I don't have a comic book handy of this series, but as TM Nerdy says, I'm a Starman guy.
Oh, nice.
And I'm a big fan of Jack Knight. And that's probably one of my more enjoyed series.
That is awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, jeez.
Do you like the story, or is it about the cover, or is it about the first appearance?
It's
Is
about
that
the
a
first appearance.
Is that a subscription crease in the middle too?
It is.
Nice.
It is. But it's Black Panther is one of my favorite characters. I have the entire Jungle Action run, and I have all of the Black Panther run that Kirby started in '76, with the exception of number 11 or 12. I can't remember which one. And then after that, yeah, I have the facsimile of that too, of this as well. Yeah, hold on.
For story, what is your favorite Black Panther story?
I love the Marvel premieres 51, 52, and 53, where he fights the Hangman. Or I think, or is what's the Hydra guy? The masked.
Is it Hangman or Hangman?
Oh, jeez.
Hangman.
Flex on.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a
That's
fix. At least.
that's a
It's the
grail
guy
book
that's
for
in
me.
the hood. The what's Rob knows, but my favorite that and also I really like
Hatemonger?
Fearmonger. That's who it is.
Fearmonger. That is it.
Fearmonger. Yeah,
I
it's
couldn't remember
Fearmonger.
his name.
And then also I love Jungle Action number 8 because it has a map of Wakanda in it. And like well it's also a really good back origin story of Black Panther and Bast and how like
It is Hatemonger. See,
it's Hatemonger. It's
yeah,
Hatemonger.
you took it
Not
from me. I
Fearmonger.
said Hatemonger, and you're like Fearmonger.
Hatemonger. I'm
He's
sorry.
got the
I didn't
little
want to
H
take
on his
anything
hood.
from you.
I like that.
Yeah, sorry, Rob. So
Captain
Rob and I
Canuck.
were supposed to go live, but then I ended up like getting on here and Rob, jump on. Can I give Rob the well it's full, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. 3,
I can leave.
9, 10. No. Don't. We will at some point, Rob. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
Uh-huh.
I gotta change my thing around here. All right, so I got a bunch because I have them all in one box. So Beckerman's gonna like this one. Starman, number 0.
That's my guy. Have you started reading it yet?
No.
Damn you.
Hey, Beckerman, what's your favorite Black? Did you read a lot of Black Panther?
No.
Oh.
Not a big fan of it's just never great. I read quite a bit of it, but it's not in my top 10. Let's put it that way.
That's cool, man. I mean, Speedball's all right.
You know, Speedball New Warriors, I love it. I have it all memorized, but you know, for me, it's like my top reads, which is what I tried to say with Starman, is that that's an all-time read for me. My superhero stuff is pretty specific.
Hey, Travis.
I don't have controls. I'm just sitting here. Okay, I'll go quick. I don't know. I got some Bawana Beast.
Bawana Beast. That's a nice book.
You asked the question. I'm providing the answer. So I got Bawana Beast. Of course, Animal Man number 1 by Jeff Lemire. I got 2 copies of this, and I'm hoping he shows up to con, but Drac might have something for me. Legends number 1, first appearance of Amanda Waller.
Nice.
Criminally underrated book.
Yeah.
I got Vengeance of Bane, the first appearance of Bane.
Oh, that's a pretty book. I like that.
Yeah.
I got JSA All Stars number 4, where Courtney Whitmore takes the role of Stargirl instead of the Star Spangled Kid. Then these two go together. They're like, it's a cameo appearance of Stargirl, but I love how they go together. All Star Comics number 1 and 2. I love these covers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did I bore you?
No.
Then I got first appearance of Static Shock
That's
in the
rad.
polybag.
Yeah.
Nice. Collector's edition.
Then I got Batman 457, the first time that Tim Drake becomes Robin.
Sweet.
First time he appears in the classic Robin suit. Then I got the first appearance of Tim Drake. Then got Batman 655, first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne. I do have 656. It's just not to me yet. Somebody on this panel actually is holding it hostage.
Didn't somebody else on the panel give it to you?
Yeah, true.
Did you hear Roscoe giggle?
Well, I gave it. I okayed it to him, but he said send it to Roscoe because he didn't want to pay the shipping to have a free book go to him in Canada.
It's on loan for a minute.
Well,
Damn.
Well, he was sending stuff anyway to me, so I was like, you might as well just send it to him.
How's that working out for you?
Oh, shit.
Actually, well, it's very well because like I've been buying shit and sending it to
know.
Roscoe, so it's just been sitting at like he's
Why
getting
don't you- why-
packages. He's
why
just
don't
like,
you-
why am I getting packages with your name on it? I was like,
Why don't you
sorry.
just have Roscoe send it to CGC for you, and then
Speaking of another CGC, got Superman Man of Steel number 18 versus Doomsday.
That was such a good run. God, I was on somebody's stream talking about that. That's the Superman run.
And then the last one, just because I love the character, and it's the first appearance of Courtney Whitmore.
Awesome.
Stargirl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, girl.
Stars and Stripes.
Number 0.
Not you.
With yeah. Let's see some of your stuff.
I got a couple of things here in the office. Not much. Most of my stuff is actually upstairs, but some recent pickups of some stuff I'm really happy to get. Brave and the Bold number 54, first Teen Titans.
Ooh.
Unnamed, I guess. You should say that. So,
right, yeah.
super cool. Let's see here. Batman number 6, first Parliament of Owls. I love that cover.
Oh, I want that so much. That's
Yeah.
on my list of things. Oh.
Yeah, that's
You have to get 2 of them count.
That's the Capullo, right?
I've already told Joe that we got to talk on that one first. Oh, there.
I got. Hey Joe, bring that one to North Carolina, Joe.
Damn.
Yep, X23. All right.
Damn, Pokemon.
I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to keep yet, but in the latest collection, I ended up getting 4 of these. So I'll be getting rid of some of those as well. But
Damn.
4.
What?
Yeah, just 4 of them.
4 of them.
Only.
All right, we gotta talk, Joe.
Yeah. That's just some of the, and most of this came from a collection that I just picked up that I'm flipping the majority of it.
Oh shit! What could be the UFO?
Lord have mercy.
Chris, scrambling.
I don't have to scramble.
ASM 1, ASM 2, ASM 3.
Pick it up already number.
Yeah.
My reader copy.
All right.
Killing Joke, best Batman story ever told.
It's a goodie.
Somebody's killing the
Yeah.
children. Restored my faith in independent books, and top 5 stories ever told.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Very nice.
We Live was fantastic. I think I took a little bit too long, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everyone's going faster. Now.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We weren't going to say anything.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Gary B with the trade, but in keeping with the theme of things.
Oh. Easy there.
Oh.
Nick, if you get doubles with that ASM, you let me know.
Did you know that ASM 252 is my birthday book?
Well, that's great.
Nice.
I'm just saying.
Just to show I love the Canadian people.
Woo
woo. Woo woo.
Canada.
Digging that Secret Wars though.
And my birthday book.
Oh, wow. That's so
That's
funny.
your birthday book?
This one.
You assholes didn't say that when I said it.
Oh, yeah. What? No.
What?
You guys, I'm going home.
Tomb of Dracula number 10.
Hey guys, I'm
Tomb
going
of Dracula number 10 is the same month as well. I'm not getting that one though.
Wow.
Now, Miss
Can you
Kenny.
imagine if we had these when we were 12? Even better. We got them when we're 40.
Now get it now.
Nice.
I need to get a 262.
That is all. Thank you, Remy.
Hey,
Hey,
TM,
Remy.
are you still here?
I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm just away from keyboard. I'm back.
I have those Kyle Strom books all together now, all 4 sketches.
Damn, Rob. You're
Oh.
so spoiled.
All 4 sketches. Send them to me or show them
Well,
right now.
Well, I'll just take pictures of them and send them.
The next time he turns his back, I'm getting and stealing some of them son of a bitches.
I don't have that fake background in Zoom.
I know. That's not in my default backgrounds.
I've been watching the early Slab Hub videos when you were just going through the your own collection,
Uh-huh.
and your wall looked very different back then.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite interesting how much it's. I mean, this is how I think of you, but
Right.
the other stuff is, the other stuff
The
anybody would be proud of.
The
But
very early version of the wall when it was just, I don't know if when I turned the camera around for the first time, whether I still just had books in
Dinner
top
jacket.
loaders that were attached to the wall before I started switching to like
that was it.
2 rows of slabs before through.
I got one of them.
What
Hell
is-
yeah. That's a promotional. Don't
For
do
the
drugs.
FBI. The FBI want drugs. These are a couple pickups I just got recently. This is dope. This is an old TMNT.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
You're into gangster stuff, see?
Yo, I found this static for $2.50. You ready for this?
I want my
This is
$2.
beautiful.
Oh, that is nice.
This is awesome. I was like, yes. And then I showed this last night, and I didn't get enough love for it, but this is a beautiful.
That's on my list of books that I
No, you didn't get love for
I
that.
love that.
Is that a Sienkiewicz cover?
Are you crazy?
Yeah,
this is the best ever.
Yeah, no love on that cover, man. I mean, look, this thing is.
I
amazing.
legit
I
love
have
that
it.
cover. It's amazing, and I'm gonna get it graded.
It's beautiful.
It's gonna be
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you open up your package from me?
There you go.
Or are you waiting until your birthday? It's Roscoe's birthday this Thursday, everybody.
Oh, that's
Just
wow.
change the game.
That's awesome.
True,
Yeah, I wanna
true
do
story. All right, you ready?
There's not very many like Spider-Man books that I really, really want to get, and that's one that I'd like to pick up.
Bang!
Yep.
Oh,
that wins.
That Roscoe?
Here we go.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
How long did it take you to do that? Because like I remember you doing it while we were like talking in that. It took you quite a while to finish that. A lot of work went into that.
Yeah, it took me a whole weekend to do.
Yeah. What a weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Proper
Love it.
job.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, everybody, it's Roscoe's birthday this Thursday.
I turn 48.
Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say you look great.
No, I'll be 38. I'll be 38.
Oh, you look terrible.
Yeah.
Rough. Yikes.
We turned on you real quick then.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn.
Did you open up that package, or are you waiting, Roscoe?
No, I didn't open it up yet. No.
Funny you should ask.
Sounds like we're gonna do a live.
Since I have you guys here,
Check my last posted video.
Roscoe, have you talked to Bill yet about being on In Between the Lines?
Okay, so I met him at MegaCon. He was awesome. He was such an awesome guy. I showed him some of my artwork and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, very cool," And then I told him about the show, and then he just kind of got swarmed by people. So I left him one of my stickers, and he was like, "Okay," and so he had to get to a.
I'll be live with him tomorrow, and I'm gonna ask him for you.
Heck yeah, dude! I'd love to have him on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to get around to it, but like I said, he was like one of the when I went there, he was like one of the main people I wanted to meet. But he was. You can sit there and talk to these guys for hours.
Kansas City 2 years ago.
All right, guys, I gotta go, but thanks for having me on, Remy.
Hey,
You all have
thanks for
fun.
joining us.
Thanks for sharing your comic information with me.
No, we appreciate you coming out for sure.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, Lady F. Take care.
Bye, Lady F.
Yes.
Yeah, I do gotta work when he's like in that chat. Like I said, Beckerman, I'm gonna try to jump in while he's there on the show with you guys and try to watch as much as I can.
Joe went to dinner with him.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, that place is. I love that place. Thank you,
You
again
took him.
for
You
taking.
took him to White Castle.
I always know.
Number two, second best place.
Tom's.
Bill and Joe go to White Castle.
I'd watch that.
Some White Castle.
Honestly, White Castle is my dirty little secret because I don't really eat a lot of fast food and stuff like that. But if there's a White Castle, there's just something about those little
Oh,
fat.
I hate that stuff.
They kept me waiting outside in the snow in Chicago.
Sliders are disgusting.
Beautiful because
Slider is a great name for it.
They do exactly what their name implies. They slide right through you. I'm not trying to keep that shit in me.
I gotta admit, I can't drive past a Steak and Shake when I see them in the States. I love them.
Now those are good.
Steak
I love
and Shake.
Steak and Shake. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce out. Remy, thanks for having me. I guess he's gone. Let him know that I said thanks.
Take it easy,
guys. It's
Take
been
care,
fun
Chris.
tonight.
Good seeing
Hey,
you, brother.
Remy, Chris says thanks and so long. Thanks for all the fish.
Okay, thanks.
Fish.
You guys had another great episode of Only Slabs today. That was fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Cole
So
making
what
up
I'm
a
sending
cake.
you, TM, is the cover and then the inside where he did the sketch.
Oh my god!
No.
Oh, he did a sketch of what's that character's name? Is
I did Jabba's Palace, basically. So I had him on the first sketch I got from him. I let Kyle decide, and he did Salacious Crumb. So then I said, all right, now I need a Jabba. And then the next one I did was Bib Fortuna. And then after that, I did a Gamorrean Guard.
Those are sick.
Now I want the Gamorrean guard in the circle saying, "That's all, folks."
Buddy.
That would have been awesome. That's really, and that was the last one I got too, so it would have been perfect. But I went in reverse order. So we're talking about Kyle Strom, who was on there in Between the Lines show. For several weeks, I've been buying one comic a week from him off of his show, and it started with because I won a trade paperback from him in his Whatnot show, and I was like, well, I can't just get a free gift from him. I'm gonna buy something. So I picked out one of his art books. It had Boba Fett on the cover, and it was actually the 4th volume of his sketchbooks he puts out, which is the newest one. And he, for $20 or 25, whatever it is, he'll throw a sketch in there for you. There's like a little spot for him to put a sketch on the back page. And I just like, you pick, man, like whatever you want to do. And he's like, oh, we were talking Star Wars earlier, so I'm going to do one of my favorite characters from Star Wars. And he gets Salacious Crumb.
I just gonna speak on his Whatnot. Like it's cool too, because like if you buy something, like I bought a few things off his Whatnot, he'll sign it like right there in front of you. He'd be like, hey, and then he'll like
these too. The little signature cards.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
So each one, I have so many of these. Like I've got like a desk drawer full of them, of different kinds too. He's got Bebop, Rocksteady.
Yes, he has a Bebop and Rocksteady comic that he did.
Mm-hmm.
The cover for.
Yes, he did.
Dude, he was so cool. He was such an awesome guy.
He also told us to hit up Vladimir Rivez.
Yeah.
He's the artist from On Earth. So
nice.
He's the one that did that cover that you like, Drosko. This one right here.
Dope. Heck yeah.
Vladimir, yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. Nice. I loved Twig so much, man. Twig
It really was.
I loved it.
It was fun.
Yeah, I thought that was great. The artwork was.
I felt like a little kid watching one of those grand adventures.
I got a blister Burke too, thanks to Kyle Strom. So I was walking around before. The blister is what I say when you roast somebody. You know how Burke, the running joke with everybody is the "Do you know who I am?" thing, Nick. Well, I run into Kyle on Thursday as I'm finishing up helping my buddy set up his booth, and I'm leaving, and I was videotaping to send to the guys, and I run across Kyle. I was like, Kyle Strom, hey, it's Beckerman. And he goes, oh, dude, can I get a picture with you? Because I had just joined his Patreon and he wanted to put it on there. And I was like, see, Burke, With me, they ask me for them. That's how it worked. And that stuck in his craw for like a day.
Only happens to you, Beckerman.
Yeah. With people I support on Patreon.
I'm excited that Daniel Warren Johnson's going to be at Heroes Con, though.
That's
Hell
good,
yeah.
man. I saw him last summer in Chicago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I just saw his Stranger Things TMNT crossover book that they're doing. He's doing a cover for it.
Oh,
you
cool.
know, and he included the old arcade, like the Turtles are playing the old arcade.
Nice.
What do you call? What do you
Four
call it? Like a
joysticks?
system? A big. What do you call those? Arcade system? Remember when we used to go to the arcade?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the arcade machine.
Yeah, okay,
Right?
an arcade machine. Okay,
That'll do.
I don't.
Go ahead. You're good.
Okay. But yeah, it's the cover is literally like them playing the old arcade machine.
Arcade machine.
The old arcade.
What is wrong with you?
Arcade game, yes.
The old arcade, and then one of the creatures is crawling over top of it, and he's like, "Yo, what the like
Over
that,
the
like,
arcade machine?
Huh? Like, yeah, at the old arcade.
Just like that.
Huh? What the? Like, like when if you're playing an arcade machine game and then the creature crawls over top of you, and then you're just, what would you do? Oh, what? Like,
As dramatic reenactments go, that is one of my favorites.
Yeah, we're like at 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Back in the day when I could go play on those arcade machines, that was my favorite. You bring some change, quarter or two for that arcade machine. It's great.
Oh man, that was the best.
Loved it. Aladdin's Castle, it was called, I believe. Go down to the old castle. It was in what was called a mall. It was great.
Aladdin's
You would travel there, and then they would have a series of different shops and stores that you could visit.
They've actually
Amazing.
just opened a new arcade just like 10 minutes away from me. I only found about it the other day. I'm going to go. It's going to be amazing. I won't be dressed like this. Well, maybe I should.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why
Yeah, why not?
You look great, man.
Well, I mean, what's the point if you don't?
Yeah.
You're right.
Snazzy,
clear out
well
the
dressed,
fucking
man about town.
Yeah,
Mouth
exactly.
about
With
town.
the collar raised tie.
Roscoe, I
dress
forgot
for
to
the
tell
job
you.
you want.
Are you
Not
done
the
here?
job you have.
They just fucking scatter.
Roscoe, are you watching this game?
No, I'm not.
Memphis scored 9 points in the first quarter.
Oh,
What sport is this?
Basketball.
No,
it's
I can do
cricket.
better. Did you see the A's game?
Yeah.
The A's lost 3-18.
well, then they
That is
didn't play the
that's-
Royals.
It's the worst team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No one wants to even go see them, not even their fans.
Pretend
I
I'm
know.
English.
I haven't
Who
gone
are
to
the
a game
A's?
yet this
What
season.
are they?
You don't want to go, Rob. Don't go.
So, when I met Daniel Warren Johnson last summer, I thought it was cool he was repping an AEW hat, so I talked AEW with him.
Oh,
DVH,
cool.
have you got your tickets reserved?
I've got the pre-sale
Yeah.
reserved, but I mean that's no guarantee at this point. They've
Right.
they've
That's going to
allowed,
be a crazy show.
It's going to be amazing, but getting a ticket, I'll wait and see how successful I am, knowing how rabid the fan base is and how many bots are going to be trying to get those tickets.
That's
gonna
the sucky part, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Like Wembley Stadium is like I
Do you
never
think
thought
they'll-
it was going to happen again.
Do you think they'll come close to selling it out?
I don't know.
Because
Like,
what is
when-
it, 90,000?
Yeah, it's about
Ugh.
90,000.
That's a tall order.
When they
I'm thinking
announced it, I thought, are they out of their minds? Like it's a ridiculous number for a first attempt at a stadium show. But then the more I think about it and the more people seem hyped up about it, the more the pre-sale stuff starts. I'm sort of thinking maybe they might get 60,000. Like that's in my head, like the best case scenario.
That would be
But you never
phenomenal,
know.
though, for them.
It's huge. I mean, it's a like that stadium is iconic over here. So they're making a massive statement by going there. I thought they would run the O2 maybe for their first show. And the O2 is 20,000-ish. That's where they do Raw quite often when they come over here. I mean, it's horrible because you're like, if you get seats in the nosebleeds, you're like, whoa. Like I get vertigo when I'm that high up, which is a weird thing for a Mal to say.
Right.
But aren't you usually up in the rafters?
I can do trees pretty well, but like,
so you're not a barn owl.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a bit of a barn. Yeah, I can't wait for it. Like, I saw Sting when he came over here for WCW back in
Rob
2001.
Private chat.
I can't wait to see him.
I was just about to ask you if he sang Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they do in sales. With it seems to be garnering a lot of interest. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, AEW is doing a live from Wembley.
From which is bigger, O2 or Wembley?
You would be on.
Oh, Wembley Stadium is a stadium.
Wembley, I believe, is 90,000.
Yeah, like the O2's like a big arena.
But I think Wembley's means a little bit more to the Khan family because they tried to buy it at one point.
They did,
right?
yeah, which is mental. Like, imagine having enough money to buy Wembley Stadium.
Imagine having enough money that your dad says, "You know what, son,
you have a wrestling company.
I want to see you be happy with my money while I'm still alive. Here's $200 million. Go start a wrestling company.
You start a wrestling league.
That's it. Oh, that's it, Dad. You suck. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the worst.
Hey, Roscoe, check your ID.
300.
You done now?
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna bounce, but before I bounce, I want to tell everybody while we're here on Remy Q's channel to go check out the amazing unboxing he had.
Oh, it's Illuminati, man. You guys knocked
It's the
it out
best
of the
video
park.
I've seen in years.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I love that video.
Remy getting AOKs is just great because the
Yeah, that's a shocker for sure.
I sent.
I can't believe I didn't.
Right.
It didn't occur to me that was happening. That's the weird thing. Is it's like I got one part, and I went through and opened, and I just casually like opened it up. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, that's the beauty of the video, though. If you had realized, then it wouldn't
you look
be
at
nearly
things and
as
then you're like, what?
interesting.
Well, and normally I try to like show the camera first. That was what was so weird. I think I just opened up that flap without thinking about it, and then I was like, oh my gosh.
When I sent you that Thor AOK and the Wrecking Crew, you did a lot of like, you didn't show the book for the longest time. You're like, huh? I gotta talk to this guy. And I think you texted me.
Oh.
See, that's how you do it, Nick. You gotta
That's
really
a smart
spell it
man
out
right
for
there.
him.
Whoa, what was that one?
Yeah, go back one.
Don't go back one.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Nick always comes up short.
Oh, he did the Tyler.
What did I do?
Oh, you didn't get whiny enough.
No.
It's your
Well,
Texas
I
accent.
am. I'm actually being summoned as well, fellas. Rob, did you say you wanted to? Should we call it?
I'll sit here for a little bit more, unless everybody
Okay.
starts bailing. So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out, everybody. I appreciate you joining. Rob's gonna take over here for a little bit. But I appreciate everybody coming on. I'll make sure I don't end it and just leave the studio. So.
oh my God!
Take it easy, everybody. Good night.
Cheers, Remy.
Bye-bye.
All right, now that he's gone, I can go too.
Bye, Nick.
I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you walk away.
You're supposed to love watching me walk towards you.
Oh.
Bye, guys. Love you, chat.
Cheers.
Boss.
And then
What a little boy, man.
That'll never get old.
Yes.
That's one of the best.
Yeah. Oh, Louis. Louis is so awesome, man. That was great meeting him. That was so awesome.
Oh, I'm jealous. I haven't met Louis.
Yeah. He was super busy though. Like no lie, like everybody wanted to take pictures with him. Like he had his setup there, and
But he brought his own background, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like,
you know, people were using the back of his because he set it up, so people were like trying to be on the other side and like, hey, we got like come over here,
Did he have a booth or does he just set up randomly?
He just there's this whole big area that's like where a lot of cosplayers there's people that had costumes that were ridiculous. I mean, like they were like 10 foot tall, like some of these guys, they like they were just in these giant, monstrosity.
I wish cons had more of that space for them, because the people taking pictures in the hallways piss me off.
Oh, well, this is a whole huge open area, and they have like different people have their little setups, and like Louis was set up like it's kind of like just a one big open area. So he's like was set up in the middle. But like I said, there was just people like all over there that were taking pictures with people and filming them and stuff. And but man, he was busy. People constantly coming up. Can I take a picture? Oh my gosh, I love it. Can I take a picture? And then there's people like, hey, can I just film you? Can you do some cool moves?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I'll be back. So I took off, and then when I went back, he wasn't there, and then I couldn't find him the rest of the time. So it was difficult to find anyone there. It was unreal.
Whatever, aggressively.
What's say, Arsen?
Did you? I will tell you, DVH. Did you realize how small these were when you had them done up? These
no.
Even with my glasses on, that is a bitch to read the instructions.
The instructions are not on me. Okay, but
no, I know that, but
the actual size.
But the instructions are 7 times the size of the actual tattoos.
Yeah.
There's only one spot
an error
to
on
put
my
it.
part.
There's only one spot to put that there, Rob.
On your forehead. Well,
there you go.
when I had them made, I had the thought of maybe putting them on as neck tattoos.
Yeah.
Like that would be the, like Parliament of Mao style. What?
Make reasonable decisions tattooed on your neck.
Make reasonable decisions. Yeah.
Or make well-reasoned decisions.
Nah, I prefer to, if you're going to do a neck tattoo, just lower it and put it on your collarbone, so you're always classy.
Always classy. Like a little bow tie.
Right.
So what is the story? What is the story with the bow tie? Like where did it come from?
Well, it says I'm formal, but I'm here to party.
I know what it says.
It honestly sprang up out of a conversation about the Chris Farley Chippendales.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it became. And then nobody thought I would do it, and nobody talked me out of it. So.
We went to the tattoo artist.
You didn't have any friends.
What look did you get from him when you said, "I'd like a bow tie"?
Oh, it was a friend of mine.
Oh,
some friend.
He did say, "Are you sure?" 3 times.
Can I get
over the period of about a day?
Somebody record this. I want to be recording it.
He was like, "Now,
yeah, right.
Let me get this right." And he's like,
with
witnesses.
The first time I saw that, I was like, "Oh, he's got a Joel Gertner gimmick going."
Yeah,
like that's what popped into my head.
Which is funny because I thought it's funny. The older I get, the less funny I find Joel Gertner.
Oh yeah.
But like when I was 19, Joel Gertner was awesome to me.
Absolutely.
You know what's great is in addition to the bow tie, though, he has a tattoo of a cummerbund.
Now that would be severe.
Hey there, K-pop. Bobby.
Bobby, the king of Kansas
What up,
City.
Bobby? What up, K-pop?
We keep talking about it, Bobito. Let's go. Let's hit up.
I love Bobby. That's the only dude I know that can pull off walking around in a mink coat with a mask on, trying to get into a club or a bar. Like this is normal. Welcome.
Bobby's
to
a legend here. Cool people.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Well, there you are then.
That's funny.
What time is it over wherever you guys are?
Oh, well, it's different times.
10 o'clock here.
Well, I mean,
because, for example, TM Nerdy is going to be the closest to you.
Yeah, he's in Canada, right? Yeah.
Well, he's even further east than the east coast of the United States, right?
Right.
So you're GMT -4 right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
TM.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock nearly. Yeah, a couple of minutes.
It's like it's 3 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes to 11 for me.
Same.
It's 3 minutes to 10 for me.
And for me, it's 3 minutes to 8 p.m.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
That must be nice.
Yeah, except when I'm waking up for fucking Mark's fucking Legion of Comics hangout on Friday.
I don't know how you do that.
At 4:30 in the morning, my time.
That is true. Yeah.
Why
It's dedication? Mark doesn't even show up at that time half the time. You launch it for him.
I mean, I'm impressed, and I like it because sometimes I'm awake for it, but you know.
Well, to be honest, Monday through Friday, I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, my time, because my team. I have a team.
So you think you treat yourself by getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Like,
it's not that bad when you, in comparison, because half my team is in Romania, and so they work from noon to 9 p.m. Is their shift. So when I come on board at 6 a.m. my time, it's 4 p.m. their time. So it's about halfway into their shift when I come online. So, but then I'm done working at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So, which would be okay, except that my wife still works till 6 p.m. and that means dinner's not ready till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So,
unless you cook it.
This is true, and I cook quite frequently, but
I know you do.
Not all the time. Tonight I didn't cook. First night in the last 3 nights I haven't cooked. I ordered a pizza. I was bad. My diabetes is gonna fucking hate me between eating a pizza and eating some chocolate from the
yeah.
UK.
So how much of that box have you got through then?
Very little of it. So I've had
good because it did really concern me. I was stacking it up and thinking.
I will pace myself over. That's why when I unboxed it, I said I can't get into this right now because I can't have so like I've had like 2 hobnobs. The Symphony bar I've had probably half of it now, but that's over several days.
Yeah.
So
did they used to sell Symphony bars here?
That
was a thing.
Yeah. Hershey's Symphony, which was different than this.
Hang on, what's the Symphony bar?
Wait a second, maybe it's not Symphony. No, what's the other one that you sent me? The caramel, not Symphony.
Oh, Galaxy.
Galaxy, that's what it is. Sorry.
Okay, because Symphony was an American candy.
Yeah, that was Hershey's high-end chocolate. Was Symphony.
Yes.
Rob, did you try those UFO sherbet
I haven't
joints?
cracked into those yet.
See, that's what I'm most interested in because I hate them, but Mrs. Von Hout loves them. So
it
it's
sounded
like,
intriguing to me because I like wafers and
they basically
sherbet.
taste like paper and then sherbet.
All right.
Like so, paper sherbet.
Yes, that's right up my alley. I love regular Cheerios, plain. So
that's the thing. I have to go back now for the next time I send you stuff. I have to go back and look at, or if you didn't send it to me, I need to know the dietary restrictions that you have and stuff because I can't just completely wire badger to Kingdom Come.
The thing about it though is she's way more responsible than I am. Like I'd be like, yeah, just eat it, and she will literally take it, put it in her room, put it on the side, and be like, I've got 3 left. Like, or like every day there'll be an incremental. Yeah, there's 1 left, or like there's half a bit left.
Yeah, well,
Like,
those ones
which
are
is
individual.
really responsible.
Let's see what happens. The next set I will send for Badger though will be a batch of See's candy, and See's candy is the other big San Francisco chocolatier. They come in a box, and it's a mixed of individual, but they're not individually wrapped. They have like a little like cupcake cup holder or something, but
right.
That's about it. So once you open up, all of a sudden you have access to like 50 pieces of candy, and each one's a different flavor. So,
yeah, I mean, if anybody,
it's like crunchy undead frog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think she's sometimes I'm not entirely sure she's my daughter. Is the gist of it?
My children are the same way. I go, where the fuck? Like my son who sits there and he goes, want to buy something? He's like, oh, I want this. Can I get this? Sure, you have money. Oh, I have to pay for it with my money? Yeah, never mind. Whereas I'd be going, fuck, you give me permission to buy it? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
my youngest, no, I don't want. Same thing. When she started getting like depleted on cash, she goes, oh wait, I'm having to. This is how much things. Okay, maybe I don't need to have sushi and boba tea all the fucking time. Maybe I can have something else. Maybe I can eat at the cafeteria where Dad pays for food. But no, because I want to send some. I want to send some stuff for you to try too. But I don't. But I also gotta make sure I get you something that doesn't kill you.
Yeah, I'll message you the dietary stuff for me and MVH.
My wife just sent me a message. She's in Ireland right now. Her girlfriend went to, or her best friend went to Ireland, and she just sent me a message. And she was like, I was just describing to an Irishman why Virginia peanuts are famed, because they're all talking in the group or whatever. And the Irish guy found out that my wife was in Virginia, and he's heard of Virginia peanuts and Virginia ham and stuff like that, and how they don't get it over there and blah, blah, blah. So now apparently I got to package this guy some Virginia peanuts. right when you guys are sitting there talking about food and snacks going overseas.
Well, I much prefer black. Well, actually, not that.
I've never heard of Virginia peanuts.
Yeah.
What makes them special?
It's the soil that they're grown in.
So
it's Virginia. It's not like Iowa.
They don't taste like
you're right.
Peanuts.
Like Iowa.
Black Earth, buddy.
Peas, eating goober
it's
peas.
The roasting process and the salting process.
Isn't life delicious?
Sweeter and saltier.
Eating goober peas. We love our peanuts and our peanut butter, man.
So what time do you have to work till tomorrow, Tim? Is he sleeping?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, what time do you work?
Only if your name is TM.
Oh, I'm sorry. I go to work 2 till 10:15.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to figure out your time difference, and
so
if it's 5
you're going at 5, I'll be still at work at 6. It'll be 6 my time, 5 your time. You guys go live.
Well,
so we won't even be close.
Becker's not East Coast. He's another hour behind East Coast.
Right, but for the purpose of my live tomorrow, because Alan and Bill are both on the
run on East Coast. Okay,
Eastern time. Because Michigan, right? Bill lives in Michigan, so that I believe they're Eastern.
Just.
Yeah, they're just on the. He's outside Detroit. But I'm going to try my hardest, man. I'm going to try to get him on your show. He's a pretty agreeable guy. I feel like if he gets sent a link to it and sees what it is, he'd be.
Yeah. Just tell him, like, even if you send him a link, just send him the one with.
The problem is you only do
Kyle.
It on what night? Monday.
Monday nights, yeah.
See, yeah, that might be rough for him because he teaches at his alma mater. So I don't know what his schedule looks like.
Yeah.
I do love. We had that conversation. We were the other week with Triple G.
Mhm.
He was telling me when he's trying to get me to come on the Saturday show. He's telling me what time the show starts because all this I'm like, oh, and he's running all his time say off of GMT, and I'm like, oh, okay, are you really running off of GMT or are you running off of BST? Because I would expect that you'd be on BST right now. And he was, oh shit. I've been telling
Yeah.
people the wrong. No one watches the show.
Yeah, GMT. We have been taught for many years that we're in GMT, which is why he thought
And
that
you
was the
are
right
half the
thing.
year.
Yeah, but like when your only source of information says, yeah, you're GMT, and because we're ignorant about everything else, like all
GMT
you
is
really
Greenwich
is,
Mean
like,
Time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And what is B?
British
what's
summertime.
British summertime. Got it.
So it's when they go daylight savings and they spring ahead an hour.
I was going to guess British standard, so summer makes more sense.
So that's when they spring an hour ahead. So they're GMT plus 1, and so when he's telling everybody that they're on at GMT, everyone's tuning in an hour late to the show, which I just had to make sure I knew because I know that like during this time now I'm GMT -7, but during the fall I'm GMT -8.
Yeah.
That's funny, K-pop. You actually called him the Golden Donger. That's ridiculous. Bill's got a great sense of humor. And I worked his booth. I worked sitting next to him for 3 days, and I'm telling you, so many people come up and talk about that. And
Bill who?
So a buddy of mine is Bill Morrison. He's an artist, but when he broke in, he started doing Disney posters, and he drew the infamous VHS cover to Little Mermaid.
Right.
The one that's an urban legend. And that's the thing, is there is so much false information about that thing. No, he wasn't disgruntled. No, he wasn't about to be fired. Usually they attribute it to the wrong artist, and they don't even say it was him. And I literally watched a lady say, no, it wasn't you. And he's like, no, I'm telling you, it was me. Like, I drew it.
To your face, I'm telling you.
And she was like, no, that guy was getting fired. And he goes, well, that guy was me. And no, I didn't get fired for that. And I was actually in the process of quitting anyway, because he was going off to do Simpsons. And
he was just a really big wanted of Frank Miller and don't want to sign Frank Miller's name, right?
Yeah, right. But there's so many people with false information on it, and he just fields it all day. I mean, he's heard it all.
How dare you draw dicks on Little Mermaid?
and it was completely unintentional, and he was just rushing to get something done, and he kind of drew a long penis.
Well, it was really Mermaid Man.
Yes.
I've never seen anybody draw a Freudian slip before. That's amazing.
Take care, Kyle.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an entirely different movie.
I swear I saw a cover that had quite clearly a penis in it not long ago. That's
was it Batman Bane?
Accidentally, if you looked at it in a certain way, it was like,
was it
right
signed by
there.
Frank Miller?
He really does. Like Rob keeps saying that, but it's so true. Like once you see it, it's
you can't
so distracting.
It's just like Moon Knight issue 11 with the clown.
Yeah.
If you ever notice, there's a clown back there, and there's a wrinkle in his pants, and it literally like goes up, like it literally goes like this.
Oh, jeez.
And once you see, like you said, once you see it, no going back.
No
going back.
So you're saying he's not a Ken doll?
Oh, no, he has a balloon animal in his.
Is it an aardvark?
Yeah.
I always thought Ryan Stegman has a fun signature. How he does the
Oh,
little
the Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus.
My
Yeah.
favorite. That's my favorite signature, brother. My
He was
favorite
talking
signature.
about that on a stream one night, and he said it actually started off where he drew an actual dinosaur and signed in the middle of it. And then he was like, as he started getting more popular, he's like, "Oh, I'm not doing this every time. I need to figure out something quicker that can
Right.
be done faster."
Yeah, no, that's what I joke about that all the time. Whenever my wife and I, when we had recently had to do, we were doing our trust or something, we are signing a bunch of shit, and I sign everything. I'm like done so fast compared to her, and I have to. It takes me longer to initial things where I have to initial than to sign, because I used to work in a fucking warehouse at one point in my life where I had to sign so many things that I developed a signature that's practically just a scribble, and
The
it's
doctor lines.
yeah, really. And it's like RL or something like is what it looks like. And she's like, "Oh, that's not fair." I'm like, "Oh, honey, you can change your signature all you want, but do it consistently." So just most of the time when I have to initial something, I'm just gonna sign my name because it's quicker. I just do it small.
And he
That was a
said
lame
at one
story.
point,
I'm
I think he
sorry.
hyphenated it too. Like he did like a dinosaur and it said Steg Man, like Dash Man.
Nice.
But that, I guess that does become an issue at some point. Can you do it quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're doing volumes and not tire yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
But it is definitely cool.
It is cool. I like it. How he does it now is he does it pretty quick and it looks cool. I like it.
But I mean, if he ever has to do a signing I saw a clip on Instagram of the Alex Ross signing that's going on right now with the stacks of the Alex Ross covers on the table. Surely he can't. He just physically couldn't do that many books. I mean, it would it's one thing to draw just like a squiggle, but
like the Todd McFarlane one that went on for days.
Yeah, like that. That's
yeah, but from what I hear, how they put you up down there, it's pretty nice.
Wow, they're better. I mean, you're doing a lot of freaking books. Some of those guys. I mean, Todd was signing for 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all fucking nuts.
Yeah, Bill.
My thing about that is like, how do they catalog everybody's book and make sure that everybody gets the book that they sent in? I mean, it's
that's
if you, the organization
when you're checking them in, right? They're going into something. They would have put them in with barcode tags and stuff, so they're attached to the order number and everything that you submitted and in the system. As long as nobody doesn't mix them up.
So Bill was down there during the Todd McFarlane. And in fact, when McFarlane was sitting there, there was a little Homer Simpson head right behind his head that Bill had done a few days prior. And when Bill did his, he said, and this is Bill, like Bill ain't Todd McFarlane level, first class flight, like really nice car driver to pick him up. His accommodations, it was like the biggest hotel room he said he ever stayed in. He had a dining room. He had like 2 different bathrooms. He could
So it's me at
entertain.
Heroes Con.
What?
So me at Heroes Con.
You at Heroes? Oh, you've got a big spread at Heroes Con?
Of course. Oh, no. The room's just the normal room, but only because we're doing the hotel room rate. But yeah, I'm probably first class and have a car take me to the hotel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sit coach. That's for fucking skinny people.
But yeah, he said
I don't want to sit with
they
the
went all
peddler.
out. He had friends over and stuff because he was like, "You gotta check out this room."
I got a 5.5 hour flight. I'm not, or something like that. I'm not sitting and scrunched up with somebody on top of me who's in a seat that's narrower than my ass. Forget that. I'll fly first. Thanks.
I noticed Norton Rad said Todd didn't like to sign sketch covers. I noticed if somebody did their own art, he would write nice art.
Yeah.
So, anybody looking for anything in particular at Heroes Con? And for the people that aren't going, sorry about your luck. Tell me what it's like to live in hell.
Just going for the hangouts.
It's pretty cold here.
But you don't hang out, Beckerman. You just kind of you show up at the con, then you just disappear for the rest of the night.
Yeah. I don't go out. I don't go drinking.
It's all right. Neither will any of us, apparently, if World of Beers doesn't flip and answer a goddamn email or message. Jesus Christ.
Somebody's about to get a 2-star Yelp review.
Oh my God! I swear, I'm getting tired of reaching out to somebody to try to spend money with them, and they are apparently not in the business of making money. Don't make me get on a
just
plane
to meet
fly
everyone,
over.
Joe. And maybe just if there's any exclusives there. I like exclusives. If there's a pretty cool one that they're, I don't know if they do. They must do exclusive covers there, right?
They didn't last year.
You'll be able to get an exclusive lanyard for your badge.
Yeah, heck yeah!
I have
I want one of those.
I know you don't have one of those. Nobody does, except me. I have lots of them.
I'm gonna get my stickers made.
Because the way to get them will be to find Chris or I at
look at
Heroes
that.
Con. Yeah, but that's not an only slabs, brother.
That's true.
Speaking of the guy that
Frankie
draws his, I always thought this was funny. This is what they named their special VIP pass that year, the Miller Gold. Sounds like a beer.
Right.
Miller Gold. His line was ridiculous at MegaCon though. Frank Miller's.
Yeah.
I heard. Another exhibitor badge.
Jean-Malo. See you later, brother.
Indeed. Yeah, Joe, we already talked about what I'll be looking for, so.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So we already talked about what I'll be looking for.
Yeah.
Ways to spend money.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay, convince me to buy this, sir. And then lie to me and tell me it's discounted and I'll buy it. Fine.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's like when all of a sudden, when you like, all of a sudden people start coming out of the woodworks with certain things. Like people started hearing all of a sudden I was down like 3 or 4 issues. I got people hit me up left right going, which issues you need? Oh, hey, I got an ASM 3. I got an ASM 1. Yeah, okay, well, great. Guess what? A, you're asking too much, and B, I ain't got disposable cash right now. I don't know if you heard this, but I bought a handful of big books so far in the last 2 months, and I've kind of burned through a little bit of capital that was on hand.
Yeah. The cash that was free is no longer sustainable.
That and I can't. My stock is my company stock is in the fucking shitter right now. And plus I couldn't sell any right now today if I wanted to because I'm in the finance department, so I'm restricted at this time of the year. Every four times a year, I'm restricted on when I can buy or trade or sell those shit. But
yeah.
So Bobby, man, Joe's on his own level. He's like some rare breed, like Harry Carey. where you just can't keep up with him. Yeah. So Bob Costas tells a Harry Carey story about how they would have to warn. He was a Harry Carey intern when he first broke into sports casting, and there's a tradition amongst the interns that as the new one was coming in, you'd train him and be like, "All right, Harry's going to make you drink with him. Do not try to keep up with Harry Carey. He's a mythical creature. You can't do it." His only rule was like he drank beers up until the ball game was over, and then he switched to hard liquor.
Yeah, that's the way you do that. Yeah. Keep that float all day. So I was what was it? So one of my guilty pleasures is the Trailer Park Boys. Right? Love watching that. And we were talking
There's
about
nothing guilty about that. The Trailer Park Boys is a masterpiece.
I
One of my
love
favorites. I love
trash
that.
shows. I do.
Love
So
that
I'm
show.
sitting there, and my wife knows that if you haven't been to a con with me, so I have bad hips and a bad back. So I may drink libations throughout the day and then drink a little heavier at night. Right, just kind of keep that.
He wakes up drinking. He
buzz
keeps drinking.
Yeah,
and then he finishes drinking.
So then we watched Trailer Park Boys, and there's this episode in one of the later seasons where Leahy decides that he can't have the liquor take over anymore, but he can stay at about a 2.0. Like,
yeah.
Doing the breath check. That's me.
So I got a question. Since you brought up Trailer Park Boys, did you watch? What was it?
Brockmire?
No. It was what they did with SwearNet.
Where they made him travel around the world. It was like an Amazing Adventures type of thing.
No, they did that too, like the show, but it was like an actual show where they were like, okay, we're gonna put this show on, and all of a sudden this drug got out, and then everybody started thinking like they were their characters, and they literally played like multiple characters. It was like fun on drugs, fun happy time hour or something like that.
Happy time hour. I think that was the name of it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I did see it, but I can't remember it honestly.
Yeah. Did any of you see Brockmire though?
Love Brockmire. Isn't that the guy that who is
Hank Azaria? Hank Azaria.
Yeah, Hank Azaria.
Yeah, drinking.
Simpsons legend.
Just drink. Just get through the day.
He does some of the best voiceover. Like, it's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So he does so many voices for The Simpsons. It's crazy.
Definitely talented.
Well, he got like some of them are no longer allowed because of certain restrictions now, and that like a poo.
Yeah, I know he did a poo.
He's
and
Chief
people,
Wiggum too, though.
People got upset because they were like, "What?
Oh,
he was
and
doing
he's
a
Mo.
poo," and it's like, "Yeah, he did it for
Joe,
20
check your
years."
IG.
Well, they did that on like even Family Guy and stuff too, where the guy who was doing Cleveland had to stop doing Cleveland, and they had to hire somebody else because it was a white guy doing the voice of a black man.
They did that with Carl too on The Simpsons. They got an
Yeah.
actual character to play him.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, in most of these instances, like the voice actors no longer wanted to play the characters as opposed to being forced to do it. I mean,
TM, I sent it to you too.
Well, some of those voice actors are still around on some of those shows doing other voices and stuff. So
yeah, that's what I mean. They didn't want to play the stereotype characters, which I mean I could understand. Like if you didn't want to get that sort of heat from people.
Yeah, people are weird. We're a horrible species.
People are weird.
That's what I mean. Like they say like, oh, it's humans that are going to destroy us, and not the AIs. It's like, yeah, it's going to be one of us because one of us is stupid enough to do something.
It's going to be the mouse.
Set them off.
Mouse, or it's going to be Australians playing the role of turkeys.
Wait, wouldn't it still be us because we created the AI though?
Yeah, it would
So
totally be.
That was
That's
the
why-
machine's point earlier.
Yeah, the AI is blaming us.
Mm-hmm.
Very human, by the way, to point your finger at somebody else. But
Damn this AI.
You said you sent it to me. I didn't get a message.
I sent you a...
Well, it's got to go all the way to Canada. It might take a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
be intercepted by polar bears at the border.
We have bear AIDS.
What?
What about now?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you fuck.
Bear AIDS. Oh my gosh. Definitely
Wait,
not going to
what did you say? Did you not?
You didn't get a picture above that?
I did, but it was a previous photo. This is the last photo I got from you.
There.
Don't
Now you got
don't
it.
show that. Oh no.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
wait a minute,
You
what
got-
did he show? Shoot. What?
Nice.
That's from a very long time ago.
Yeah. With the Leahy character.
Yeah, I'd say, man, you like that. Your head's shining.
Yeah. We were under house lights at like a theater. So it's me. The picture I sent to those guys is myself and the Trailer Park Boys, Julian, Ricky, and Bubbles.
Bubbles.
They came to MegaCon a couple of years ago. I really wish I would have met them. I got the comic book. Did you guys read that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
It was a little different. It was like an activity book more like.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
More than anything.
I mean, but it was. I thought it was funny. I love Ricky though. Man, gosh, let's go two birds stoned at once. Like what? Like
yeah,
I like that.
You don't have to have rocket appliances to figure that out.
I also like Shameless, both the European one and the US one.
The US one it got too much for me.
It's great.
I never watched either of them, but my dad loved the American version.
Yeah.
Like he was, and like my dad was the kind of guy that was like I don't like anything from anywhere that isn't on the BBC. Sort of like he's that kind of a guy. Well, he was before he snuffed it, but like yeah. Like it's he was a funny guy, but like he loved that show like you wouldn't believe, and nobody could understand why he liked it as well. Like if you knew him, it didn't really.
Yeah, it's got something he jives with. Yeah, I like watching alcoholics make life choices because they're always bad.
I just blanked on his name. What's his name? The
William
main
H.
guy.
Macy?
Yeah, William H. Macy. Yep.
Yeah, Macy.
Yeah, I like him. He's good. Mystery Men.
I like the episodes where they have the hobo Olympics.
Yes. Yeah, it was kind of a spin-off pub fight. Yeah.
And what's his face? The hobo king guy or whatever. If I was ever to become famous, he would most likely play me in the movie.
Luis Guzman.
Luis Guzman.
I love how quickly you got that. That was amazing.
Who would play Peckerman in a
I mean, you're right.
I mean, there's really not anybody else. You've got like limited choices.
That's funny.
And I'm not quite old and haggard enough to be played by Danny Trejo.
I'd watch that movie though.
Watch that movie.
Which one?
If Beckerman was played by Danny Trejo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely watch that. It'd be amazing.
Watch that too.
I thought you were talking about a Chimp Empire. Maybe.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this. I'm still not gonna watch it.
I've watched it the last we started it last night and we've watched it all day today and it's amazing. But I was planning to talk to Remy about it and then completely forgot. And now he's gone. So
Chimp Empire? What is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a documentary series. It's only 4 episodes long about a group of chimps in a rainforest. I'm not very good with remembering stuff like that. But like,
he's not good with math or geography. Apparently, we're finding out. Dr. Bono is
you should know I'm not very good at a lot of things.
Damn you, schooling. Foiled again.
The problem is he's trying to convert from metric to standard for us. Okay.
Who's 26th in education now?
I don't know what that means.
America's standing.
Yeah, they're standing in the educational world.
Right. So it's a really, really great documentary, which I have some sort of cynical ideas about it. Like, I don't know how much they've manipulated the editing to seem like it's quite anthropomorphic or not.
Okay.
But it plays brilliantly, and even if they have, it's really interesting because it's basically like how you imagine a prison would be, and how you would imagine like going to war would be in the chimp sort of population, and it's fascinating how they've like the footage they've got is amazing. They make a point of sort of cutting away from the really violent stuff, which I guess is okay. I mean, I was like, why are we being obscured suddenly by trees?
Netflix lame.
But,
no, just kidding.
Netflix and their rules.
But it is really fascinating stuff.
I'll have to check that out. I don't usually watch TV until like midnight while I'm in bed. So
we really feel like we're only like half a step away from being them all the way through it. Like you can see society as a whole in this documentary from just watching some chimps doing their chimp stuff. Sure. You know, like this is just their day to day. It's really cool.
Excuse me. If you guys keep it going for a moment, I gotta go feed the dog.
Yes, you know, if Remy was here, I think he'd play the clip of me, like the Coco, like the monkey.
I love that clip.
That's great.
That is amazing.
I am gonna head out.
Becker,
take it easy, homie.
Appreciate you, brother.
I get tired, as Joe said. I pretty much this was late for me. Like,
yeah,
I did good. I stuck with it.
I can remember when we were watching the AEW pay-per-view simultaneously, and then suddenly you just stopped replying to my messages.
I fell asleep. Yeah,
I figured. Like, have a good one, bud.
Yep.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Take care. I like Rob's picture there for me.
Yeah.
I've got so many questions about that picture. Like, what was happening on that day? Where did it?
You know, just let it pass, man. Just bask in it. Just enjoy it.
No, I mean it's
for what it is.
I want to see the rest of it. Is what I'm getting.
I think that was that was an online shirt off party where they were all doing the dancing. Cardboard Crazy was involved. Yeah.
Nice. A good day.
Oh my goodness.
And Remy found some dead animal in his backyard, and he was like, "I'm gonna put it on my head." Yeah, there you go. Nice kitty.
You feeding it? You feed
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like tomorrow I'm going to have clear weather. I'm going to be shooting off rockets.
Nice.
Awesome.
And when you say you're shooting off rockets, you don't mean just some fireworks, do you?
No, I made my homemade
yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you meant. Yes.
And I made the fuel from potassium nitrate and powdered sugar.
Tremendous.
Yes.
Candy rockets. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. We'll film everything. It's an Evil Air project.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully it's clear for you.
Yeah, I would have done it today, but the overcast and with the color of the rocket and not a whole lot of light in the sky, it just wouldn't have filmed very. It's going to be hard enough to catch, to move with the thing while it's going. But
sure,
I don't have to go searching for it. And one of them, I put an explosive in it too to blow up in the air.
Nice.
Oh,
something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what I'm going to do is put them all in one box and mix them around, so I don't know which one it is. Playing Russian roulette with the rockets. Keep that energy up.
Be on your toes. Oh man, that's great.
That should be fun.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about anything else there before we go ahead and wrap her up?
Did everybody watch The Mandalorian? I haven't talked to anybody about it yet. What do you guys think?
It was okay.
I thought it was a weak ending.
Yeah.
Very much
good
so.
show. Good show.
I don't know, man. Especially how they ended it kind of cartoony too at the end. That was kind of weird.
Set it up so we don't have to have anything else. It can end right there if they want.
They're not going to do it though. I think they're going to continue. And plus, what's his name? Pedro Pascal had a falling out with Disney.
Yeah, everybody's.
That's why he wasn't at Celebration, and people were questioning that. And then, yeah, he did confirm that he had a falling out with Disney and that. So he probably won't be back to voice Mando.
They don't need him.
Yeah,
So.
she's a glorified voice actor at this point.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, you
another
don't
voice
need him.
actor, and he wasn't really wearing the armor most of the time anyway. So
yeah,
that was John Wayne's son. I didn't know that.
Some of the time, there's also another guy who does it. But yeah,
Really?
Cool. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
But I feel like I know that, like, spoiler, Roscoe, I know you haven't watched it. I'm not sure if you want to watch it. Like, the whole cloning thing, they could have expanded further on that, but then they built that up, and then they just was like, you know what, they're all dead.
well, not only that, it's like the whole where they led you with it all was a complete misdirect, and
it was late.
And
It's reforming, and that whole episode could have been deleted. Like, you didn't need that.
nature. We didn't even talk about clones.
God, I don't know, man.
yeah, it was just like they could have went further with that character, but like, and plus I did agree, like, he was badass at the end though, but like he just they didn't expand further on him, and stuff was explained to why he wanted Grogu in the first place, and that from the first season, but then it all just pushed away. Like, it's whitewashed from the whole thing.
The biggest thing that I've said that I disliked about the whole. I mean, look, overall, it's okay. It's fine.
It's watchable.
Yeah, but if it came across as particularly blocky and uneven in its pacing, so they kind of like, it's like you had all these story elements, and normally in a show like this, you would take, for example, all the stuff that happened with Pershing in the New Republic, and you would have, okay, here's like 3 or 4 minutes of it here, and then we cut to something else, and then over a couple of episodes we might get fed some segments that of all those pieces that add up, right? And instead of just going, we're playing half this episode here, and then we cold stop, new whole 15 minutes of a completely something different, stop, go on, so it was just not well edited. And I think that you could take the exact same show, give it to somebody who knows how to do some editing without changing a single line, and you could probably improve it, not make it great, but you could still improve it significantly just by making it more even and editing it properly, put it pacing better. But
Yeah,
there's lots of issues you can nitpick apart, but in the final episode, the biggest issue is really after when you take an entire episode to establish there are limits to jetpacks, to then turn around and say,
everywhere.
we can go achieve escape velocity and leave the planet on a fucking jetpack and not run, it's like, okay, whoa.
Yeah, and like they didn't even give like goodbye for Bo-Katan or in the man like Din, like, at all. They just didn't say bye, and then they didn't. I don't know. I was
some of the
shipping them.
Yeah, and for that very reason, I'm glad they didn't. As I'm tired of people taking,
Why?
oh, this character's a male, this one's a female. We must ship them together.
Well, no,
because-
it was just that scene. Like, I don't know, like throughout the whole series, it just seemed like
No, it
she
didn't.
was the mama bear.
You
No,
thought there
actually,
was
it
some weird sexual tension or something? Because like, I didn't see
Yeah.
that at all. Like,
But
I didn't care
seen
for
it.
him
She
initially.
seemed like the most incompetent leader I have ever seen in any show, to the point where so many people had to die just so she could be in charge.
She didn't.
And she was horrible at it. Like,
She
just
yeah
bad
she was
decisions.
she had no faith in herself because of what had happened historically with her, and she felt sorry for herself. She was a pouty princess because she had surrendered, and she felt the reason why Mandalore fell was that she couldn't pull all the tribes together. She was the one who surrendered in order to try to save them all, and she's the reason why they almost all got wiped out.
Is that something that happened in the cartoons or the books and stuff, or
No, well-
is that something you're inferring from?
No, they actually said
what the-
it. They actually said it. So there's a
Yeah,
couple things.
yeah,
So
yeah,
she was the leader of Mandalore in the cartoons. Right?
Yeah.
And then they established that she surrendered to Moff
Yeah.
Gideon. She also said the whole point of them Mandalorians are stronger when they're together all came from their talk about the reason she had stated the reason why Mandalore fell was because they were split and fractured and that they weren't unified and working together. So they had fractured in these individual tribes that didn't agree and didn't trust one another. So all this stuff that was established in the show for once, it wasn't required for you to have done extra credit work, right? But she was pouty, just wanted to sit on her throne and be left alone because woe is her, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm mad at you. Oh, what? He's gone? He's trapped? I don't understand what you're saying, lassie. Take me to the well. I will go rescue Timmy from the well. And suddenly now, we're cool together because I saw a mythosaur.
Which they never even brought. Like they like baby Grogu can like sense it. That was the only thing.
Yep.
But like
DVH was saying that earlier. It was like they put a gun on the table on the stage and left it there, and everyone just walked around it. And at the very end, like they picked it up and put it away.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that analogy. It was great, DVH.
It's sort of a well-known stage thing where you don't bring a gun on stage unless you're going to use it, because all the audience is going to think about is the gun.
They're good, right?
Yeah, so it's a rule of theatre that you have to use the gun or you don't bring a gun on, and that's what they did by bringing in a giant mythical beast and leaving it there, and then they don't use it at all. Like all we get is another eye shot. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and all this trouble just to get the dark saber, just for it to get crushed in somebody's hand. Like, that thing was totally worthless too. It's like,
right. Well, that was the thing that I didn't care. It was subtle, but I know I talked to certain people that didn't understand that Moff Gideon's battle tech was cybernetically enhanced armor, right? I mean, I thought you'd pick that up. You heard all the servos going every time he moved, for God's sakes,
Yeah, maybe, but like it's supposed to be the weapon. Like, you're not supposed to just like, if you take the Highlander's sword and like smash it on the floor and he can't be the Highlander anymore, then it's just, you've just ruined the entire story, haven't you? Like, he needs a sword,
right?
In the same way, like it's, I didn't buy that. Is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Really
No, but I mean,
sort
I
of
was so there was. I was saying there was a couple of things that people had said. Was one, they didn't understand how he could crush it, or some of the others stand up to them, and some of the other stuff. And then the other one was where some people mistook all the troopers who had Mandalorian inspired armor as to thinking that they somehow all had Beskar armor, which wasn't the case.
See, I thought that too, and I was wondering why they were, because that's what they described it as in the show, right? They didn't say
the new dark troopers.
Yeah,
he said the dark troopers where he would be the heart of them, And that's what he was talking about. His clones were going to be in these suits of Beskar that were done up, and that's why he was wearing that.
So
Beskar,
basically, he's just an idiot because he didn't put Beskar armor on all the
there's
other people.
There's a limited supply and forging it for all those guys or whatever, But
they have time to make those ships in that cavern. Like,
Yeah.
see, I'm not buying that excuse when they have literally.
I don't know if they made the ships, but who knows? I mean, the question was, how are they forging it? They didn't have was he an expert in forging Beskar? I mean, that was like a Mandalorian thing.
Blacksmithing's not that hard, man.
Well, but we don't know. Maybe Beskar's
No,
special.
I do. It's
No, you've never done Beskar.
No,
sorry,
they hired Joe. Do you not know this?
I'm sorry, but Beskar is nothing more than Damascus steel. Anytime I look at it, that's all I see.
No, it's special woo-woo stuff.
Special woo-woo steel.
Dude, can I tell you that, Joe, when I play, so used to be a game, an MMO, Star Wars MMO, years and years and years ago, called Star Wars Galaxies that I played. And one of the things that was really unique about that game when it came to crafting, building stuff like armor and everything else, you'd have a recipe, which normally, like in most video games, say, oh, you need like 3 pieces of steel and you need this, right? This would say you would need 3 pieces of steel. But when you go out into the wild to go find steel, there were like 27 different variations of steel, and each type had different stats for malleability, conductivity, durability, and all these things. And it was about you would have to have the right one or depending upon which type of steel you used would affect the quality of your end product. So in order to get maximum quality, you always had like 27, as a crafter, you'd have to have all the steels in your inventory so you could pick the right one for that recipe you were making to maximize it and stuff. And it was really freaking complex.
That's actually extremely accurate. So, like, think of, and you probably, if you've ever watched Forged in Fire or anything like that, but you always hear about them making some sort of Damascus steel, and everybody thinks, no, there's hundreds of different types of steel. And as you mix them together and layer them and fold them and everything, it takes on different properties. So, like edge retention, bendiness, various things that you can do.
Everything that you craft, it would be like, okay, like if I wanted to craft a piece of armor, you'd have to, get all the right ingredients, of course, to maximize this quality. You had to have just the right stats for all the different things. You had to do certain experimentation, which was like random roll shit that would give you you had a great experiment or you failed experiment on it, and you got like shit, right? I mean, the worst thing ever to make in the game was like if you had to make a droid. Building a droid in that game, because it required
about steel.
Well, when you went to build a droid, the droid would be have subcomponents, and those subcomponents would have subcomponents, and some of the subcomponents would have additional subcomponents. So you had to make like all these different things to build the subcomponent and build this, and some of them required like 3 identical. So you had to like build a factory schematic and go put them in your factory to run off a crate full of identical units in mass production instead of individual production. I mean, it was insane. It literally, if you tried to do it by yourself, it took me 33 days to build in game, every day logging in order to build a droid from scratch. Just by yourself, because
that's some dedication to a game.
Well, let me tell you something. You sold that droid for a lot of flipping credits because it was a lot of effort and stuff that went into it. But by the time when I played that game and I had it where I had other people in game worked for me, like I would have people farming shit for me and bringing me resources and stuff because they didn't want to do all the crafting. I didn't want to go do all that shit. So you'd hire out stuff. I mean, the game was a full-blown sandbox environment. You could do whatever you want.
That's kind of awesome.
I had a buddy who actually in the game built a casino in the game, and he did sports booking. So you could go in there and bet in-game credits on NFL football games or whatever. And he would have the lines posted and do all these things. And it was just
awesome.
You could do whatever you wanted.
That is awesome.
But Yeah, no, it was. I just remember the crafting system of that was so ridiculous. And now when I play like a game today, like the current Star Wars MMO, and I'm just like, oh, there's nothing. It's like just tell your companion to make something. It's like, it's such a letdown. I don't. Just go make it. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. DVH, anything exciting going on your end before we shut her down?
It's all good. Something on Monday will turn up from my videos, and something on Friday. I would say,
and all those other days, just watch shorts in between.
Shorts, hopefully. Yeah, I will probably do shorts during those. But yeah, I just like to say I sort of admire that game, and also think I'd rather shove my thumbs in my eyes than play it. Like that seems
that's why like I started originally doing some of the stuff like you're doing where you're editing my other content to make shorts out of it, and that was a lot more work than just fucking shooting like what I'm doing now where I was here's a book, put some music on it. All right.
No, I mean that game you were talking about. The shorts are easier enough. They
the Star Wars game, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's just. But yeah, no, the shorts are fine as long as you don't really work hard at it. I feel like they're pretty meaningless at the end of the day.
Yeah. Hey Matt, welcome to the show. We're wrapping her up here. Sorry that Spine Ticks is boring you, but
I don't think I've ever. I might have to go check out Spine Ticks. I don't think I've ever watched.
It's a variety. There's pieces I can never watch the whole show because it's an interesting mix of some showing comics or talking about comics, some stuff about sports cards, some non-sports card stuff, some this, that, or the other thing.
I used to be on that show, Pocan. I was on that show for over a year.
I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
That's where that Batmite picture that you bought from me came from.
Yeah. So yeah. That's cool. But I don't think I've ever actually watched it. It's always on in some weird time. My wife.
It's right now. It's on now.
Yeah. We used to do. When I used to do that show, we used to go and we'd be like 7 to 10 hours a night.
What? No, I'm not watching all that.
No, they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. They used to. They used to do that. People would go to bed and then wake up, and we'd still be going, and we'd be like, "What?"
Well, I mean, this show last week was 6 hours, I think.
Yeah.
I woke up and it was like, wow.
Who was it? It was me, Matt, Spidey. Who else was on with us?
Me.
You can go back and watch Rewind.
Oh no! Wait, last week? No, I wasn't on last week. I don't think.
I think K-pop came on.
Fair enough. Roscoe, anything exciting coming up for you?
Just between the lines on Monday nights.
Who's our guest?
Ignacio is going to be on.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So
tell the people what they're drawing.
It's okay. So it's my birthday week. So he wanted to tie something in. So we're doing like monsters, mixed with a birthday. So like monsters involved in some kind of birthday activity.
Playing pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah, you could do that, or jumping out of a cake, or so. And the Devils won tonight, by the way, baby.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
cool. Go Devils. New Jersey Devils fan. So
good deal.
All right.
Yeah.
TM.
Oh, that's me.
Okay, got it. You recognize your name. Congratulations.
I'll be on Roscoe's channel this Monday, but on my channel, I put out like a lot of shorts, 2 a day, at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then Wednesday on Chatting with the Comic Community, I will have Brian LCS joining me on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Pocan?
Let's see here. Wednesday or Thursday comic book reviews. We're going to be launching Rockets in the evening. They're going to be out at the end of the month. Always got shorts going out. At least.
Will your Rockets have rapid disassembly?
No, but they will
Rapid.
have.
I'm sorry. Unexpected rapid disassembly was the words that they used on
Some
SpaceX.
of them will. Some of them will. Some of them, as a matter of fact, yeah, I did put a charge into
the good
maybe
one.
I put a charge in
Yeah.
So I got that, and of course shorts, just funny little shorts I put on there, and of course, engage, give me ideas to make things. I'm happy to do it.
Cool. I just loved that when SpaceX said had an unexpected rapid disassembly.
Yeah, I saw that. It was hilarious.
All right. Well, for me, yeah, Monday there'll be a mail call. And there'll be other stuff throughout the week. Thank you guys all for coming out. We really appreciate you. Thanks for joining Remy's Place. So, guys, yeah, be nice to one another. Yeah, there you go.
Closing time. Time to roll to Chili's and chow down with my fucking boys.
Night, you cock slamming fools.
Oh.